So we are back. We have a lot to break down when it comes to Phase 3 Labyrinth. Hyping up Labyrinth, let's dive into it, boys. I am really excited for this. It's already exciting to see the people decide to go one way or another and get into it. We don't totally know right now. It would be a big question to ask Dan in terms of how does it work with ranking and passing on to the next phase, specifically when it comes to the obstacle course.
Yeah.
Because on the obstacle course, there is a head-to-head kind of style to it where two contestants will be going at the exact same time. But currently, we don't know if that head-to-head really matters much or if it's solely based on time for everyone that runs through.
I hope, in my opinion, I hope that it's based on time, because if you go head-to-head, you can get absolutely screwed with who you go up against. You know, if you're a regular guy it's hard to be a regular person at this point. They're all superhumans.
Oh, absolutely.
But if you're a regular person, you get put up against a freak athlete, you could be the second fastest person out here and get eliminated.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So hopefully it's based on time. That would be my preference. Chat, what would you guys prefer?
Couple of important things I think to note with this phase is one, the choice comes down to, do you want to just go at it yourself, or do you trust a team mentality? That's really what they're deciding on. Of course, there are some that think they might be favor better at an obstacle course versus an escape room. But that's really choice number one: is do I want to just rely on myself, or do I want to rely on others? The other big thing to note here too is that my understanding is that they're taking the equal amount of people from both choices.
Yes.
And so if there's significantly more people that want to do the obstacle course, well, then you might have a significant advantage in the escape room to advance to phase 4. So then people can flip-flop and make their choices. That's what they're working out right now. They're explaining that, and people are deciding, well, do I want to stay here? Do I want to maybe switch over? So that's a huge part of this too.
Let's say the mass majority decide to go on the Labyrinth, or decide to go on the actual obstacle course. If you choose to go on the escape room,
right,
you might have a 50-50 chance, whereas going on the actual obstacle course, you would have a much lesser chance. As of right now, it looks as though the size of the groups
they're pretty close.
Too different. Yeah,
but
they're
it
pretty
looks
close.
like there's more for the obstacle course, but not significantly more.
It's hard to pass up on the opportunity to do an American Ninja Warrior style obstacle course.
Yeah.
It's hard to pass that up.
It feels more Hunter Exam-y.
It feels more Hunter Exam-y, and everybody who has watched American Ninja Warrior has said, hey, I can do that. I want to try that. Once we finish this, I asked if I could get on the obstacle course. Because that's the type of thing that, it's hard to resist.
Chat, right now, let us know what you would be choosing. What would you choose? Would you be going on the obstacle course, or would you be signing up for the escape room? We want to know, and we will shout out some of your answers. So let's kind of just recap a little bit. We are now in phase 3, moving forward. Obviously, every single round, less and less and less people move forward. We've had a couple of surprises. Our first interviewee of the day, that was #1 in the race of phase 1, did not make it through phase 2.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts. Alfredo, I thought he was going to make it all the way, but that just shows how cutthroat these exams are. You can be in peak physical condition. We can predict that you'll go all the way, but you really never know.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and just because you can run a 540 mile doesn't mean you're good at capture the flag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it breaks down.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the chat. They seem to love us, which, we appreciate you guys a ton. You guys are absolutely awesome. It's cool talking to you guys.
Yeah,
man.
we love the chat. Most of you are saying escape room, seeing a few obstacle courses. Yeah,
what would we do?
Exactly. That's what I was getting to.
The three of us could get out of an escape room.
Oh,
us three together?
Us three together.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
definitely.
We're best friends.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we did not meet today.
No, we didn't meet today at
Known
all.
each other for way longer.
Yeah, we go way back. No, I genuinely, I do think that, and I would personally pick the escape room.
Escape room?
Probably escape room.
I have to go obstacle course.
Yeah, you've been
I
talking
have no
about it.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then David and I will do the escape room. And
Right.
We'll let you know how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have no other option but to pick the obstacle
And we won't
course.
see you in
The chat
phase
wouldn't
4.
let me.
No. Seriously, though, because the thing is, for me, I'm just squaring up my competition, genuinely. And seeing the speed on display in phase 2, the burst, the athleticism, the endurance, obviously, of phase 1, I would personally know I'm probably not up to that level in terms of this kind of competition.
Yeah.
And maybe, using my mind would be great. And by the way, it gives you a break. Deception phase 4, we'll get into that when we get there. But if you don't do anything physical, you might be a while after phase 2 if you get to keep moving forward and you choose the escape room until you actually have to expend so much energy. People were coming off the field after phase 2. Each round of the game, exhausted. You know, people were like huffing and puffing because it was, and talking to so many people and hearing all the behind the scenes, it was an intense battle.
It's hard. It's very, very hard. And when you think about it, like, these people's legs have to be exhausted after running 8 miles, after doing those quick bursts, to do that obstacle course. And then, you know, the final phase that also takes some physicality.
Absolutely.
I know they have to be beat. Like, they have to be
For sure.
so dog tired at this point.
And that's exactly why this exam kind of takes a pivot in some ways. For some of this group, it takes a little bit of a pivot from the physical side of things more over to the mental side of things, and that's where this exam, you know, kind of takes a little bit of a turn to kind of weed out. You have to have that balance. You have to have that physical and mental side of it, and you'll see as we're looking at from above. That's the obstacle course that about half of this group is going to be navigating here.
Look at that
here
bad
shortly.
boy.
Beautiful.
It's jumping, it's swinging from a rope, it's going over some rings. We went down there to take a look at it, guys. I don't even know where to start with that thing.
Yeah.
You jump, swing, climb, and then hit that wall at the end.
Yeah.
It's a lot. That
the wall
is
going to be
beast.
most interesting to me because I feel like for me, I could see getting through all of it at a steady pace, and then it's like, wow, really? I'm going to scale this wall.
Yep.
It'll be a little sketchy.
It's mainly going to be speed and height.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, if you're short, I mean, you would have to have a lot more explosiveness to
have
get
some
to that
hops.
top of the
Yeah.
wall. But that's definitely going to favor the taller competitors here. You take 1-2 steps, you're basically there.
And I think what it really is with these style of ramps, it's the speed in which you can get up because it's less jumping, it's more of just thwarting yourself up the ramp, you know, and like being able to have grip. I don't know if our barefoot contestant from earlier is still active, but that would be interesting to see because I feel like running shoes, like rubbery pads, would really help get grip and be able to get up there.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, speed matters. We are in phase 3. You've got to get through this thing fast. If you slow poke, you're not going to make it on.
Yeah.
I have faith in his feet. Honestly, I think at this point, I can trust that those toes will get him up the wall if he's still here.
I have faith in his feet.
I mean,
I have faith in his feet.
Cleats definitely won't help with this one.
Oh,
Nope.
no,
Nope.
definitely not.
Helpful for the last one, not for this one.
I feel like if you brought cleats, I would hope that you also brought another pair of shoes with you.
Yeah, you would assume.
Because going through this entire thing with only cleats, I don't know. It seems like a poor decision.
Although
to me.
it might come up well later.
Yes,
Some
cleats
for
could,
something. For one aspect of Phase 5 I can think of, I think it might come
would
up
be
and pretty nice.
fantastic
Yeah.
for that. Honestly, at this point, if you have a loved one here, you might want to send them to the nearest Walmart.
There's time. There's time.
to pick you up
Go get some
some.
cleats.
Yeah.
I need cleats. I need cleats.
Yeah. If you have the faith that they're going to keep advancing, might as well give it a shot.
Yeah, this has been awesome. What has been your favorite phase so far between us and the chat?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know.
So far, I mean, definitely, I think Phase 2 ramped things up a notch. It was a lot of fun to be able to kind of see the live gameplay. Obviously, I feel bad for the person that got the bloody nose or bloody eye.
Oh, man.
But whoa, was that crazy? You
Yeah.
know, like that was like, wow, that made this feel like a real hand-to-hand, gnarly competition that it didn't feel like before. Like you don't get that from just like a race.
No.
And yeah, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, the energy here, it's interesting. The energy was at its highest earlier when Phase 2 was happening.
Yeah.
And right now, it's kind of the calm before the storm when it comes to Phase 3. Like, some people have left that got knocked out. The brothers from earlier, one of them advanced, one of them did not.
Yeah, only one
So
brother.
update on them. Who else do we know that didn't make it through that maybe the audience knows?
Alfredo didn't make it through.
Trunky
didn't make
Trunky
it through.
did not make it through,
Lorian
unfortunately.
didn't make it through.
Trunky should be back, though, later.
Yeah, he'll be back for another interview later. We have an interview we're about to do right now with one of the head examiners here. Put in your questions. What questions would you guys have for him in the chat? How you doing?
Yeah,
Dan the man, welcome in.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
there
now.
we go.
You're all
there you
good.
go. Yeah.
What
How
a
are you
day.
feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling tired. People having a great time. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Doing
Doing
great.
Doing
Doing
well
great.
over here. We're in the best spot.
Yeah.
We're just
Are in
kind of
the best
hanging
spot.
out. Yeah. Yeah. What's how's the day been going so far?
Pretty good. Pretty great turnout. I think we had about 1,000, 1,100 participants to start. Admittedly, cut off a lot of people on the run. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
There's probably only about 250 people after the run.
Wow.
Wow.
Right now we're down to about 140, give or take. We just split them into solo or group. So we have about 15 groups doing the escape room, and the rest are doing the obstacle course. So it's a pretty good split.
Yeah.
We're scanning them up now, and then getting them ready to get started.
And is it you're taking the same amount from both? Is
So-
that kind of the idea?
Yeah, we're going to take the same percentage
Same
because the
percentage.
people's not the same, so we'll take the same percentage from both sides. So essentially, the same amount percentage-wise of people doing the group and people doing the obstacle course will go to phase 4.
For the obstacle course, there's a head-to-head aspect of that. Does that factor in at all, or is it just based on your time?
It's just based on your time. You know, we toyed around with that. One-on-ones would be really cool, but at the end of the day, it's more fair to do, you know, whatever the best cutoff times are.
Yep.
Push those people forward.
Yeah,
Yep.
makes sense. In terms of preparing for a day like this, you know, you can prepare as much as you possibly can, and you can, you know, imagine how it might go or anything like that. How is that? How was the preparation versus how things are actually going here now that you're in the day itself? So far.
It was a long prep. It was probably about, I mean, has anyone told the origin story a little bit of here?
A little bit.
A
How
little
does it
bit,
go?
but take it away.
Yeah, so essentially Matt, who you guys have seen make most of the announcements here, he created this as a website with his brother, and the plan was to do, I don't know, 20 people in a park, give or take, run around doing the exam. Who even knew how many phases there were going to be? And they made a website, more or less, just to have people so they could send it around to sign up for it. And made a TikTok, started putting out some content, and then all of a sudden there were 400 people signed up. So we scrambled pretty quick to get a venue, which ended up here, put together
Great
the
venue.
phases that you know, mirror the show as best as they could, and yeah, put together a team. Was 115 volunteers.
Wow.
You guys,
They've been
production
incredible too,
team.
volunteers. They've been
Yeah, so
amazing.
many people came here.
Shout out Savannah.
Yeah, everyone's done a great job with that.
Savannah's
Yeah.
Got the food trucks, got everything going the best that we could.
And in pretty
We learned a
short
lot.
amount of time,
Oh,
I would
yeah.
say, too.
Yeah,
The
couple
turnaround
months.
has been fast.
Yeah.
Found your Three
Turnaround's been
Stooges
fast.
here.
Yeah.
Got the Three
Yeah.
Stooges. We got Starlink kind of set up. Got some Wi-Fi
working
kind of
okay.
set up.
Well,
Yeah.
the streams are running pretty smoothly, so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
good.
That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
Exactly.
Got the TV set up but not running. You know,
Yeah.
some good stuff, some bad. You
Things
know?
are
Yeah.
bound to go wrong
Yeah.
with an event this big, especially being the first one.
Absolutely.
There's so many moving pieces, and there's so many things to learn. But after this, seeing what this event has been like so far, what would you say the percentage of a chance the next one will happen? And or are you guys already starting to plan the next one?
So I think for the next one, you'll always see a switch, and the reason is we don't want anyone to have an advantage going into the next one. If we keep it the same each time, you'll run into an issue where people can kind of prepare for exact exams.
Right.
And
Yep.
we've done a decent job of keeping it directionally what it's going to be, but mysterious in some ways.
Yep.
So we want to keep that. The theme of, you know, mirroring it off these similar style of, you know, strength and speed and mental, that'll remain the same, but the execution of each one it'll vary a little bit. In terms of next one, there's no official announcement yet. We do want to ask the chat, anyone that's signed up. I think we have like over 1,000 signups to the website. We'll eventually put up a poll to vote. You guys could vote for a couple
Awesome.
cities we're thinking about. It'll be similar to this. We're not in DC. We're right outside DC.
Yeah.
We'll do that too. Maybe it's New York. Maybe it's Boston. Maybe it's Austin.
Chicago.
Maybe it's Chicago.
International?
We will definitely do international ones. Probably not the next one, but we're hoping to do one, honestly, as soon as late summer.
Oh, wow.
It's not as soon as late summer.
Whoa.
Maybe August, September-ish area.
Yeah.
I think we could squeeze
Where
another one in.
where will the participation numbers be for something like that? Similar to today, or more, or less, or?
I mean, we'll see. Hopefully everyone had a great time. Hopefully, you know, the chat had a great time. I hope the people on the Reddit, we are real. This is a real event.
real thing.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
You know, if you
Looking
do
at the chat, there will
pay
be
money
more.
for it. Yeah, if you guys do pay money for it, there will be something to show up to. I know that, you know, we hopefully beat the scam allegations.
Looks that way.
There were many.
I saw a
but,
couple. I saw a couple.
We got out of it. Yeah, I mean, the footage
It's
will be
real.
awesome.
It's real.
You guys are seeing, you know, one stream at a time. We've got 5 cameras going, a drone going. There's so much stuff we'll be able to put out. I heard a lot of allegations about cheating.
Oh, yeah.
Through the grapevine. It's like a game
Yes.
of telephone here. It's like people are coming up to me like, how many people got disqualified? I'm like, I don't know how many people got disqualified. I wasn't disqualified.
Yeah. I
Like,
feel like
gotta
that could have
go
come from
verify
us. Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
It just no, it comes around. People will walk up to me like, hey,
Little birdie.
I think my friend got disqualified. He shouldn't have. I'm like, I bet. But, you know,
It's
I mean,
hard when once again, this is such a big production. There are
Big production.
1,100 people competing, even more people watching, people all around. it's insane, you know?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
just
insane.
ask this guy.
Taking it home.
And I mean,
Hey, we want to
2
see it.
rounds down, 3 to go.
Let's see
Obstacle
it.
course.
Mindset. Yes, sir.
Right on.
I'm not going to escape room and losing, getting trapped in that shit. If I lose, it's got to be because
Getting trapped, never make it out.
Good
luck. Good luck.
All right, good
You
luck,
got
man.
this.
Good luck.
He looks ready. He looks ready.
I think the most
Oh, yeah, he's white.
the most shocking part about the turnout is like there's some athletes here.
Absolutely.
Like some serious athletes.
People
right
who
here.
do this for a living.
Like, I thought the best athletes in the world were in the NBA, dude. They might be here.
There's
They
some of
straight
them
up
here.
might be here. People doing backflips just for fun.
Oh yeah,
Everybody's
we've seen that a little bit.
Jacked.
oh my god,
Yeah.
Jack just going crazy.
There's a guy in a full suit
I
that's
mean,
dominating.
Unbelievable. Girls and boys. There's some girls
Absolutely.
here that
It's
were
insane.
absolutely killing it.
And it's
Yeah.
breaking the stigmas of, because there's a stigma that anime fans,
Oh yeah.
they
Yep.
sit at home, they don't do anything, they're in their mom's basement, blah, blah, blah. If we look out here, if this does not prove to you,
You don't want to fight these people.
you
No.
do
You-
not
you
want
would
to
not wanna
fight
come
That's why
these
there are
people.
parameters around that
and
in phase
start,
two.
start with anything.
Yeah.
These
Absolutely not.
anime fans are next level. The anime fans are outside. We can see it.
For real. Yeah.
They are not what you think.
They are not what you think.
Yeah.
Dan, for phase 3, like, what's the percentage likely of everyone that moves on to phase 4?
We're going to settle on a percentage. It's going to be somewhere between 25 and 40%, give or take.
Okay.
I think it's more fun if it's towards the lower number. We
Yeah.
still have 2 more phases, but they're more exciting, as we dwindle down in numbers and get close to crowning some people.
What can the
Um,
viewers expect in terms of the next phases, like how quickly it'll move? Because I know a lot of them have
Yeah.
kind of like shaping their day around watching this.
Absolutely. So the escape rooms will be roughly, you'll probably lose, but roughly you'll be given about 15 minutes to complete it. It's groups of 6. So we have 3 escape rooms and we'll funnel them. In terms of the obstacle course, me and Matt did it in like, I don't know, a little over a minute yesterday, give or take.
Okay. All
No, no, no,
right.
hey,
All
hey,
right.
we had no pressure. We had no,
Yeah.
we had no
That's
pressure.
the mark. That's the mark.
But you'll have probably, it's the Ninja Nation rules. I believe it's about you have like up to 2 minutes and we just kick you out. But there'll be some rules about, it's basically broken into stations. So you'll have, like checkpoints in a video game.
Mhm.
If you get to this certain point and then you get to the next part, even if you fall, you'll restart there. But you only
Okay.
get a certain amount of time to complete.
Okay.
And we'll run 2 simultaneously. Yeah, I mean, that should be, I don't know if you guys, there are people messing around with it that weren't supposed to, but
Yeah, I saw.
if you've seen any people do it, it's not like that easy. It's
No,
not,
It doesn't look.
Doesn't
it's a
look
little wet out there.
the
Mm.
ramp
Little
seems
wet out
impossible.
What was the
there.
hardest part?
I mean, that ramp's pretty tall. I'm not the tallest dude in the world either. So, like, getting up there,
I'm
I've,
confident.
Running
I would-
start?
I've never dunked before. It was,
Yeah.
that was not that fun. Yeah, so we'll see which groups are going to be put out first. They're going to start scanning them, and we'll get them into the escape room, and then the separate line of the obstacle course should get going as well.
Wow. Epic. Any
pretty soon.
last minute questions from chat?
Yeah, Chad, anything for Dan?
Any questions
This
you
is the
want to
man
know?
to
This is one of the head examiners here. If there was somebody with answers, it's probably him. Never dunked. Negative aura.
Negative aura.
Damn, who said that? They got a name?
Oh, merchandise for people to
Oh
buy at
yeah.
home?
Oh, and donations. People have been asking about donations.
Yeah, that's super kind of you guys. We'll probably do, I don't know, like Streamlabs or something for the next one. Set something up in the chat. There's no donations right now. Oh, we're getting scanned. Here we go.
Yeah. It's
But in terms of merch, it's on the website. If you guys want anything that you don't see, be loud about it, and we'll be able to put it up there.
Cool.
Hopefully you guys like the designs, but all of are on the website.
Bandanas. would be
And
cool.
that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would
I
be
think there's
epic.
sunglasses on.
Do that instead of the
Especially-
wristbands next time. Switch bandanas.
Scan their head, Naruto style.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Last question. What is the best way for them to get in touch with you guys if they have ideas, like you said,
Oh, yeah.
be loud? Like where are the best places to be loud to let them know, to let you guys know?
Yeah, we don't have the answers for everything. We definitely want everyone's feedback. In terms of the best way to get in touch with us, that's a great idea that we should have a more direct way to send ideas.
Check out
If
the
you're
Reddit.
loud in the Reddit,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
will see it. If it gets upvotes or it gets downvotes, people argue. We will look at it.
Most definitely.
We do have a support email. We read every single one. If you send something, someone will read it. A human will read it. There's no AI. going through them and sending refunds or anything like that. So it's always us for now. So get in your stuff. And yeah, I mean, for the next event, I mean, we hope you guys got a ton of footage here that people like and that don't like. And you guys can let us know what was good and what was bad, and we could tweak it.
Yeah. Never the commentary table, though. That's always been good.
No.
Oh, yeah, commentary.
Since day one, it's
you guys forever.
No critiques.
Just so everybody knows, like, everything you're seeing out here is just. I think we lost, but this was all just off the top of the dome. We were like, what would be fun and mimics the type of attributes that we want to push forward, and we tried to make them realistic in a realistic time frame. It's a long day. I mean, most events end after their 10K.
Yeah.
We were longer than a 10K, and that was like
that was just the start.
10% of this.
Yeah.
So it's quite an event. I know people are tired, but I think we're gonna get some energy here soon of people funneling through everything.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. Any last minute things you want to let the people know?
People, I'm gonna go make sure that you guys get to watch this because something's probably wrong. And,
It's been running around making sure it all works.
I'll try to go figure out what it is, but I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope you guys find the cheaters in the first round. You find who they are and you're mean to them. Some of them got through, some of them didn't, hopefully, but in the end, hopefully karma ran through.
All those corner
I hear a lot of them got stopped, it seems like.
There were some characters out there. All right, boys. Thank you guys so much.
All right, most
I'll be back
definitely.
around.
Yep,
See you guys.
Thanks.
Awesome. Dan the man.
Dan the man.
Giving
that
us
was,
the inside scoop.
Yes,
A lot of
genuinely.
people want Texas, man.
Texas, really?
A lot
I could
of
see
Texas
that.
people. Yeah.
Late summer in Texas, though, would be pretty hot.
Oh, you do not want to
part
do
of the
this
fun.
late summer in
Yeah,
Texas.
we would need a tent then. We would definitely need a covering
and a
then.
longer waiver.
And way more medical staff.
Yeah.
Way more medical staff.
All right, so let's recap what Dan told us about Phase 3 Labyrinth. We have a lot more details to break down when it comes to how this is going to look, all the rules, how it's broken up. So, first off, about 25 to 40% of the participants currently, which there is about 140 of remaining. So that's a big fact to know. 140 people are about remaining. Only 25 to 40% of them will be moving on to Phase 4, which is Deception, okay? So there's going to be 15 groups of 6 that go into the escape room at a time. So groups of 6, that's pretty interesting knowledge to know.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty crowded in there, let me tell you, with the camera and everything.
Clashing personalities as well.
That's going to be fascinating. We're going to definitely try to get some great footage for you guys just to be able to check out what it's like in the escape room. Once again, we're going to try to navigate everything that the best we possibly can between the obstacle course, the escape room, all that stuff. So there's the 15 groups of 6 for the escape room, and then everyone else up to the obstacle course. Unbelievable, I would say, amount of just teamwork that's going to go into this. As you guys can see on your screen right now, I mean, there is just so much action. It's got to be pretty feverish in there. I'd imagine it'd be pretty nervous. And by the way, no one's mentioned this. We didn't ask Dan about this, but I sure hope people that go through the escape room don't find their buddy that's going next and be like, hey, whisper, whisper, this is how you do it.
You know, I haven't even thought of that. I wonder if there's a way that they are preventing that from happening because they could just pass on the information.
Is there
the
a
next
way to shift the escape room slightly, like the numbers or the puzzle? Look, they're working their way through now.
Yeah. I would assume there has to be some
success.
They
All
just
right.
passed. They just passed.
And they did that fast.
They did that fast.
Wow.
Okay, it seems like these escape rooms aren't super tough. It might have been the right decision to go escape room over the obstacle
Or
course.
they just did really
Absolutely.
well.
That was I mean, based on that,
Yeah.
like those guys are already in the clear. That is quite the relief if you were one of those gentlemen.
Chat,
Yeah.
would you go escape room or obstacle course? I'm still
They are
holding
locked
strong
in,
on
I
the
agree.
Obstacle course. They're very locked though. All right, we got some overhead footage of the obstacle course. I cannot wait to see what this is like. The one-on-one head-to-heads that are gonna go on at this obstacle course. We got close-up cameras. We have drone footage. This is what I've been waiting for. I think this is going to be one of the most epic events in this entire thing.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to cut back to the escape room, see a little bit of what this next one's looking like.
Ooh, a lock.
Kilu was doing a little thinking. We got some standing back on this one. If you have the ability to pick a lock, you might have an advantage in this competition.
Right.
And we've got folks that have started the obstacle
All right,
course
the
now.
obstacles
We are
course
now
is
on the
getting
obstacle course.
started.
This seems to be the
Or
instructions
they seem to
they
be
are
Instructions are
giving.
running them
yeah.
through. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, the
good call.
instructions are running them
Those
through.
that are running the ninjanation.com obstacle course
Those are the exact
breaking it down.
guys that told me not to do it earlier.
Yes.
They stopped me. I was thinking about it.
These guys hate Zach.
Yeah.
L.
They are not fans.
L's in the chat for these guys. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Love you, ninjanation.com.
No, they're doing a good job.
Nah, Ninja Nation is
They were
awesome.
just doing their jobs. And
They
plus,
were-
I wasn't going to do it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's on the waiver.
I was. I still am. Once we're done, I'm getting on there.
Now, this is the thing, though. These people that are getting these instructions right now, that's phenomenal. 5 guys just popped out of a tent like, I'm already into phase 4.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's a
Yeah.
crazy thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe the obstacle course wasn't the way to go. But you know, to a certain extent, if you have a ninja obstacle course set in front of you, you have to do it. That's how I feel. I feel you have no other choice. If someone puts this in front, I'm going with it.
All right, let's maybe get back to the escape room, and we'll come back to the obstacle course once it kind of gets started. See what's going on in the escape room. Yeah, there we go.
They're still thinking it out. They're trying to find it. I'm going to be honest. They look pretty stressed out in there.
Absolutely.
So I think we're also finding out that all of these escape rooms are not created equal.
Yeah, great point. Well, there are, so everyone that's clear, there's multiple different escape rooms. There's not just one that all 15 groups are going to go through. There are different escape rooms that we will be having coverage of.
What do you guys think?
Pass or fail? Pass or fail?
fail.
Let us know. Pass or fail?
This group that we're looking at here, they started it at the same time,
Yeah,
roughly, right?
yeah.
As that first group that
At
already
the
got
same
out.
time.
Right.
And they
Great-
got out
great
like
call.
5 or 6 minutes ago.
And they're stressed.
Seen a lot of fails.
It's not easy. It is not an easy thing. I know it's easy to say from home, but it's not easy to do.
I wonder how much time it is. We don't really know that.
No.
I think they said around 15 minutes, but it may have been
Oh,
moved
yeah,
to
yeah,
shorter.
yeah,
15
like
minutes,
15
yeah.
minutes.
Yep.
It
Okay.
may have been moved to shorter.
Yeah,
So
that first group did it super fast.
Oh, they
That
blasted
fast.
through it. Either that escape room is easier or they're just
We'll have to see for the
geniuses.
next time. We'll have obviously a small sample size.
Yeah,
so far,
that'll
but
give
we'll
us
see
the
for
answer
next
that we
one.
need.
Just letting you guys know, there has not been any movement in terms of the obstacle course, so you're not missing anything over there.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated on the obstacle course for sure. All right, we're going to get
Oh,
started.
wow. I love this. Is a
very
great
soon.
shot trying to figure out this little puzzle.
Reminds me of Survivor.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, me too. Well, there is a Survivor room.
yeah,
so
there
that's
was
pretty
a
cool.
Survivor room very much.
And for us commentators, we now have a nice clear vision of hearing. We can hear each other a little bit better right
little
now,
bit
but we
cleaner.
do also love to pick up all those sounds in the escape room as they are so interesting, and we want to hear the buzz going on in the room. So a lot of people in the chat were saying fail. Which
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
pretty-
they think they're not going to make it. I mean, honestly, at this point, we don't know. I think because that first group knocked out the escape room so fast, it makes it really easy to say that they're going to fail.
This one just seems way harder.
I think it might just be a lot harder, even just looking at that ATM, you know. Depending on what bank you have, those ATMs can be pretty complicated.
The obstacle course is about to begin. We're going to have our first race going. This is going to be so exciting just to see the
do
first
it.
batch. Obviously, we're going to have about 70 people roughly fly through the obstacle course today, and it's going to be an up and down battle, I think. I feel like there's not going to be, maybe there's going to be some really great, obviously, athletes out there, but I think kind of similar to
All right,
phase
here
2,
we go.
watching first will help. I know they
They
had the
are.
long
I was going to
instructions,
say,
but
moving.
we talked about that with phase 2, right? Is that like, is it an advantage or a disadvantage to watch first? And it's definitely
we got to
applicable
make
here as
whoa,
well.
whoa, we got some stumbling
They're
going
moving
on.
Oh, he didn't make it. He had to go back. Okay. A lot of upper body strength is going into this phase. They're getting close to the end. They're going to have to race for that wall soon.
Wow.
Will they be able to make it up the wall in one try? Let's see. They're giving it all they do. Oh, wow.
Great leap. Very impressive. That does not mean the other participant is
Okay,
done, though. There
so
you go.
they chose to go up the shorter wall. I thought they had to go up the tall wall, but it seems like they have the option if they want to go up the shorter wall, which that might be the easier way to go. I feel like you kind of have to go up the shorter wall if you're given an option.
Let us know if you were enjoying the first obstacle course run and if you were enjoying their coverage of the obstacle course. We're going to have a lot of these flying through here in the next 30 minutes.
They're going to be going quick. What was that, 45 seconds?
In seeing just that first heat of 2 people, how close together the cutoff is going to be of those that advance and those don't.
It's going to be close.
But within seconds.
It's going to be close because
Yeah.
they finished that in maybe 45 seconds,
Yeah.
50 seconds.
You wonder what the cutoff's going to be, where it's like, you know, the handful of people that do sub 50 seconds or the people that go over. It's going to be very, very tight.
It's going to be tight. It's going to be really close.
It really is. If it gets down to the nitty gritty, it's such an advantage to get to the ramp first and complete the ramp first.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're bringing you live the full coverage from outside. The entire crowd, by the way, you guys can see.
Electric.
The entire crowd is electric and completely surrounding now this area. What's been beautiful about today, and obviously this event and just in general, we've been using all different parts of today's location, field. Obviously, phase 1 was totally spread out. And
All right,
here we
go. Another
our next
head-to-head. They're going out there quick. Looks like the blue side is a little bit ahead.
Balance.
Balance is key here.
I like the sidestep maneuver.
That's the way to go. It's way more sturdy. Okay, the upper body strength. There's a lot of upper body strength that goes into this one.
A lot of upper body strength.
If you're not confident in your upper body strength, it might have been a better option to go with the the escape room potentially. But they're moving through.
They are.
Looks like blue side made it first. Blast up the wall.
He's going for the high one.
And there we
he
go.
Makes it. Wow.
For the high one, gain some extra aura like that. Got to get some extra aura.
Very impressive.
It's on the table.
There must be some sort of time reduction or something that you get for doing that.
I don't think there is.
Otherwise, why would you go for that?
Maybe he just did it. I don't know. I mean,
Gotta
maybe
do it for
just,
the aura.
yeah, maybe aura.
Got to do it for the aura.
Yeah, if that's all it is, then kudos.
Finish strong. Finish strong. Yes.
Boom. There we go. Killed that.
Now, once again, it matters when you finish. Even though he lost that specific race, his number will still be up there with the rest of them, comparing 25 to 40% of people will move on from both the escape room and the obstacle course.
Well, while we're waiting to get new contestants on the obstacle course, let's cut over to the escape rooms. Get a little bit of footage from over there, see what's happening over there. Hopefully all is well.
Ooh.
Okay.
Not with this.
Creepy face.
Yeah.
Creepy.
I believe they're gearing up for the next escape room.
This is going to be a high-flying event.
They are
with
flying through
rapid
this.
succession when it comes to over and over competitors.
Oh, he has to go back.
Oh, no.
He stepped down before he made it. That is
Massive.
going to be a huge reduction.
Oh, my
they
goodness.
both did.
Wow. Slowest start yet.
Whoa.
Slowest start yet. And then this is massive for their overall
And there's
times.
a chance that they may not be able to make it because of that alone. I'm
You
telling
are-
you, this is all upper body strength. The first phase, then a little bit of balance, then back into upper body strength. You got to go hard. You got to go hard on this one.
You are not just competing against the guy next to you as well. Similar to the race, where it feels like that, or phase 2, where it's literal head-to-head, kind of like combat. This is a race against time.
Yep.
Fantastic finish from him, especially after a slow start.
Even if you feel like you won, you might still be going home.
Absolutely. Winners of these head-to-head races could still be going home after phase 3.
Yeah, that's the heartbreaking part. You could completely blast past your opponent, still not make it.
I will say, height seems to maybe help on the ramp.
Oh, definitely.
I don't think height helps much on this obstacle course at all.
No.
Oh, no, especially the taller you are, the heavier you are.
Yeah, you have
And
a
when
lot
you're
of weight
going
to deal
upper
with.
body strength, that makes it tough.
You don't want long arms for this either.
Our
Yeah,
current
I mean,
contestant
long arms
is
can help on
struggling.
the
It
monkey
can help on the
bars.
monkey bars.
Yeah.
It can help on the ramp, but yeah.
But our
Just more weight is going
I'd
to
be
make
worried
this
about
harder.
like my ankles hitting the ground as I'm trying to swing around.
That too.
Yeah.
Because, you're very tall. Oh, big jump for the high wall.
Nice. But kind of a little bit of both, right?
Big jump. But I don't think he's
That does make me
making it
wonder, maybe question a little bit, like, is there a time reduction if you go high? Trying to make up a little bit of seconds there.
Yeah.
through. I would hope
I know
so.
that we're excited about the aura, but I don't know. You'd think that it's more than that.
I mean, look, let's be honest. We do everything for the aura.
Yeah.
If you're not getting aura, What's the point even?
That's
doing
why we're
that?
commentating these games.
Why do you think
for
we're here
the
today?
aura.
Yeah.
I'm here for the aura. That's
Yeah.
why I pulled up.
Malcolm's definitely
Yeah.
here for the aura.
Well,
let's
for,
all be
for
real.
the folks at home, don't look at. I live locally. These guys flew in for this. It's going out of their way.
Oh yeah, no. See, this is the type of aura that can't get delivered. You know,
There you
have
go.
to actually go and
Right.
get it,
Yeah.
and
Right.
that is why we
Yeah.
flew here for the aura.
And took that literally. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here
All
we
right,
go.
here we go.
Next up.
We got side by side once again.
Wow, it's such an interesting opening with the rings and the bar.
It's
like,
such a hard way to
each
get into it.
contestant's kind of taken their own approach to it.
All right,
and-
here we go. Ooh,
Wow,
nasty
dramatic
spill.
fall.
Oh, he's back at it. He popped back up quick.
Yeah, I mean, recovery is huge here. If you can just get back up, keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting.
Even with the fall, he could still potentially become a hunter. He's making this look pretty easy. I think that rope wall is probably the
Here
hardest.
he goes. Here he goes. Going for the
Up,
tall one.
and
Wow.
boom.
Great finish, honestly.
Great finish.
Dang.
Wow.
Those guys were honestly impressive. I feel like they had a lot of jitters in that run, but they kind of just fought through and kept pushing, Nothing really slowed them down. We do not have, by the way, updated times on all of this, but
Yes.
obviously eventually we will, and we will know who's heading on to phase 4.
Yeah, as
which
soon
is
as we have updates,
Deception.
we'll give it to you.
Deception, by the way, which is going to be
Deception.
probably the quietest
Definitely.
I
we
think
we
so.
will be on the broadcast
Yeah.
because Deception's going to be a lot of listening in to what our contestants, what our wannabe pro hunters are going to be saying to each other, as that event, not a lot of physicality, and it's going to be very interesting.
That's where emotions will be high, friendships will be ruined.
Yes.
We'll see. Yeah.
The deception, I'm excited for that one. I think it's going to be a good one.
Oh, I love how this gentleman has a GoPro on, so he's going to have a great POV of this for
Oh,
wherever
yeah,
he
he's
posts
definitely
this.
got a vlog going somewhere.
Yeah.
I actually spoke to him this morning, sub 7 a.m., so he's been here all day.
Yeah,
it's
having
been
a
a
great
while.
time.
Yeah.
All right, and just like that, we're back at it. Moving again.
Wow,
We are,
great work by the GoPro guy.
We're zooming through these. I like how he took a moment to
He
center
was
himself
able to
before
lose
going
his length
through.
really well there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're tall enough, you really don't have to spend much time on that balance beam. Take one step and you're done. Yeah, he's flying
Okay,
through this.
okay.
High
Man.
chance that he ends up qualifying. We've seen some fast times. I think he's probably on the faster end of the participants we've seen thus far.
Don't jinx him now. Don't
Good
jinx
so
him.
far.
Here we go. Here we go. Send it. Going for the tall one.
Oh,
Got
wow.
it easy.
Made that look easy.
Beast mode. That
Would-
seems
that
like
would-
a time that'll make you
Yeah.
make it into phase 4.
Wouldn't surprise me if that was the fastest time we've seen so far. Again,
Yes.
we don't have times here in front of us. We're just kind of playing a guessing game. But it looked the part. for
It
sure.
looked very fast.
Yeah.
For the people who are tuning in on the Twitch stream right now, a lot of people are asking to see the escape rooms. We're not sure, but I believe they may be staggering them. I don't know if
We
the
don't
escape
have
rooms,
any coverage of that right now.
I believe they're staggering between the escape rooms and the obstacle course so you guys don't miss anything. The escape rooms are currently on stagger, so I think they're going to do a couple of the obstacle course, go to the escape room, and we'll go back and forth so you guys get the opportunity to see both of them.
So right now we are dialed into obstacle course. There is nothing going on at the escape rooms right
Yeah,
now. We
you're
just
not
got
missing
confirmation
anything.
on that, so don't worry. If you know your loved one or friend or whomever you're rooting for is in the escape room, you haven't missed anything. We've had 2 escape rooms go so far. 1 passed with flying colors and 1 did not succeed.
All right, just like that, we're back at it. Obstacle course. All right, and here we go. In a couple seconds, we're going to get you guys the leaderboard so you can see what the times are looking like and if your loved ones or maybe even hated ones are up there on the board.
Yeah, you think the people that have been tuning in from phase 1 have ops now?
Oh, yeah, there might be some ops here. They might be preying on some downfalls, but
Hopefully not
we'll
us.
see.
Hopefully we haven't annoyed them by now.
Yeah, I would hope you guys like us by now. And if you are enjoying us, go ahead and check out our other social media. You can follow me everywhere at Malcolm Crawford _ if you want anime nerd content. I am there.
Follow me at David Thompson with 2 A's.
All right,
Here we go. We are on the leaderboard. Check it out.
let's take a look at what this leaderboard is looking like so you can see what your friends, family, and otherwise
And your
are
ops.
doing. And your ops. And your ops are doing. All right, as of right now, it looks like Will is in the front. Okay. We're looking pretty good. It's a wide array of people who have made it through these rounds. You can see if your loved ones made it through, if they are on to phase 3. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people who are rocking out right now. So you guys will be able to see that. Let us know if you're excited, disappointed, if your loved one or op made it through. If your ops made it through, I'm sorry. If your loved ones made it through, congratulations. Oh, we had a tough time. Oh, this is live on the Hunter Association website, it seems like. If you want to find out, you can actually go to
Someone sent this in the chat.
the Hunter Association website if you want to find the leaderboard, and you can find out if your loved one or op has
Thank you to
made
whoever
it,
sent that,
indeed.
by the way. We are back now with the obstacle course. Oh, my
Oh, someone's
goodness.
son is number 12. Congratulations.
Yeah, fantastic.
Congratulations. Thank you for throwing that link
thank
in the
you,
chat.
Agent.
Appreciate you, Agent. All right, they're moving through.
Wow, big reach there at the finale.
His front delts are crazy. You know he's in the gym.
By the way, thank goodness no one's fallen yet. I'm really hoping no one slips.
No.
Why would you say that? Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, if anyone falls, that's on you now.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
That's definitely on
I'll
you.
take full credit on that. Unfortunately, actually we did have one slip, the first one.
That's
Yeah,
right.
but
That's right.
they didn't get hurt.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But genuinely, the wall. I've been saying all day that wall looks intimidating. I'm a little less intimidated now. I'm not gonna lie.
I haven't seen anyone fail though.
They're
Or
all
one
making-
person had to do it in 2 tries.
Yeah,
But
they're making it look easy.
They
Yeah.
are,
Yeah.
and maybe that is to what Dan was saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's not the
easier
NBA.
than it looks.
It's the
Yeah.
Hunter Association that has the best athletes in the
I'm
world.
Yeah,
telling
it
you.
could be.
I'm telling you, for everybody who thinks that nerds aren't strong,
Oh my goodness.
nerds aren't
Speaking of best
athletic.
athletes.
Come on now.
Here we
This
go.
guy's swole. Let's see what they got. Other guy got a Hunter shirt on. That's what we're looking for here.
I love the energy in the back.
Oh, man, so much energy. All right. Here we go. Right back at it. Oh, yeah, he's flying through this. This isn't even a challenge for him. Oh, wait. Slight
There's
hurdle
something
there.
tricky about that opening. You know, it feels like the weight distribution gets all screwed up. Oh, falling off the red rope.
Fall.
Red tightrope, that is.
That's all right. They'll be right back. Come on, get that speed back. Shuffle, shuffle.
Whoa.
Oh, another
trying for
big
a
fall.
Yeah, that's crazy. Trying for like a big kind of leap.
This balance beam is cooking them.
Yeah.
You got to go with the big shuffle here. I feel like if you want to get through, you got to do a big shuffle.
That
That's
part,
the way to get through.
The essential part seems to be light on your feet. If
Yeah.
you're heavy-footed, it's really hard.
You got to do a quick, light shuffle. That's the only way through.
I have a few people in the chat saying they can't hear us, so I wonder if that's still true or not.
Hopefully.
You should be able to hear us.
W's in the chat if you can hear us. Okay. All right. A little bit slower on
we can
this
hear
one.
you. We can hear you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Awesome. A little
Confirmed.
bit slower in the chat. I
It
mean,
is-
a little bit slower on this course, but, you know, he might have a chance.
Don't call it the chat like that. The chat's great today.
Nah, chat, y'all are killing it. We're rocking with the chat, man.
Ooh, nice finish. That was a slower one, I feel like. That was a slower
he
pace.
may not make it through, but hey, hopefully. I mean, honestly, if it was up to me, a lot of these people make it through. I'm rooting for everybody. It takes a lot of grit to do this, but at the end of the day, we only want the most elite of the elite, the best of the best this time.
It's going to be very interesting to see at the end of the day with this round, like what that special time was, like what the cutoff was, how long it
Yeah.
was actually taking people, who the fastest was. I think it definitely was the GoPro guy earlier.
Yep.
Potentially.
This
yeah.
feels like where the margins are going to be thinnest.
I think
of
so.
all the phases
I
when it's
think
all
so.
said and done at the end. You
Yeah.
would imagine just because everyone's doing it and it kind of looks like it's relatively the same time over
Yeah.
and over and over, at least within a few seconds of one another. So you'd imagine that would be the case. But
Yeah, I would
I guess
agree.
we'll see at the end.
It's also a very interesting concept how half are doing this and then half are doing an escape room. Just radically different
Oh, yeah.
events.
Yeah.
You know, like not even similar at all.
I like that it gives you the opportunity to play towards your strengths, though. And also, for a lot of people, you know, we've been talking about the cut corner gate and the cheaters here. If you guys can see the cheating on the stream, if you believe you've seen something, trust me, our examiners can see everything you guys can see.
We've got-
and then some.
There's a few people too that are organized this specific obstacle course that are step for step with the guys that are doing it
Exactly.
as they go, watching every single movement. And so I don't even know how you would cheat at this to begin with.
Yeah, there is.
But yeah, but
Yeah, trust me, we saw the guy who stepped down early in the Labyrinth. Everything you guys are talking about in the chat, trust me, we're catching this.
It's been caught. It's been dealt with. Ninja Nation's got us.
oh yeah.
Yeah, no, our examiners are, they're locked in.
Ooh. That was kind of close there, but he got it.
Here we go. He made it. And you know what? I think he even gained some aura on the way. That looks like a couple extra aura points. Oh, and there goes the aura he
Didn't
gained.
have to do all that.
It is now gone. Sorry for your aura loss.
But could gain it all back if you advance to phase.
Hey, if he advances, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
Yep. Not here for style.
So close. I mean, man, just getting through the first, I think about it. We were at like around 1,000 to 1,100 to start the day. We are down to 140 roughly.
Yeah.
I mean, this is roughly 10, 12, 14% of people.
Yeah.
They're here.
Yeah.
And we're only on phase 3, so it's going to be even more interesting as we keep going along today.
Yeah, this is not going to be easy.
If you guys were curious, by the way, there is no update on the escape rooms. So, you're not missing anything on that side, but we are enjoying all of our coverage of the continual obstacle course.
I thought we had like 15 of those to do.
I know.
We've seen 2?
Live reporting
yes.
right now. I mean, there is like a huddle of people. I had seen our examiner, Matt, bring some people kind of behind the tents, the escape rooms. I'm not exactly sure what the discussion is, but it is being worked out. It's not like there was just 2 escape rooms and that's it.
It looks as though it's about to get started again. I believe the escape room people seem to be moving back over toward that way, which leads me to believe we might be taking a brief break on the obstacle course, potentially.
I'm not sure. I do wonder if there was some kind of discussion when it came to the pass rate of the escape rooms, how that works exactly, as like one was incredibly easy and then one seemed incredibly hard so far. So it is interesting to kind of keep that in mind.
Okay, the escape room people are going to spectate, so they're going to be watching. We have no updates on when the escape room will be starting again, hopefully relatively soon. Also, for all the people wondering, Trunky Zoo did not make it. He got eliminated in phase 2, so we will not be seeing any more of Trunky competing. He may come stop by the interview booth. We'll talk to him a little bit more for you guys, but as of right now, he will not be moving on.
Well, here's the thing. Like, it's funny because we talked about it before phase 2. The teamwork aspect really was a huge part of phase 2.
Oh yeah, no, that definitely was
the lady we
a
had.
lot of people we talked to. Yeah, that's
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I forget her name, but she was like, it was a whole team effort. They were like covering the corner of. That was so brilliant, covering the like safety zone.
Play.
Yeah,
very
like,
smart.
so people
play.
would come that way. That was actually like a really wise. I know there was like a few safeties.
All right, and we are back in it with another competition. All right, let's see. We got any fan favorites running? Anybody you guys are looking for who you believe will more than likely do the obstacle course? I'm waiting to see white tank top guy, the one who got
white tank top guy.
4 different. I believe his name was Noah. He got 4 different flags.
Yeah. Lost his flag right away.
Lost
got
his
4
flag
others.
and
Best
got
story
4
so
more.
far.
Best story so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talk about being down by 15 points with 2 seconds to go.
Exactly.
He got right back in the game.
I would also love to see when Leorio goes, it is incredible that he's been doing all of this on a fast.
Yeah.
That
Oh my
is-
gosh.
And in a suit.
In a suit.
In a suit, fasting, that is not easy at all.
Doing it with like his hands tied behind his back, basically. Like it's
he's holding a
crazy.
briefcase half the time.
With a briefcase.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Will he-
Although I did talk to him before the obstacle course. I ran into him and I said, "Are you going to do the obstacle course with the briefcase?" He said, "No." So
I mean,
that
you
makes
kinda
sense.
can't. It's hard to do the obstacle
Yeah,
course
I know.
with
I was
one
I was
arm.
honestly disappointed in the answer though. I was hoping he would. I was hoping
He
he'd
would
do it,
find
yeah.
a way.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's
Yeah.
even doing the obstacle course. He might have
Yeah.
even
He
chosen
did.
the
He
escape
did.
room.
He
He's
did
doing
tell
the
me he was
obstacle
doing
course.
obstacle.
Yeah,
I
he's
hope
definitely a guy like that
Yeah.
is doing the obstacle
would-
course. He's
I-
very confident
Yeah.
in his physical ability.
he had
Yeah.
no interest in playing
Yeah.
the team sport today.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what that was.
He-
Kind of.
Okay.
We have a massive update once again today, ladies and gentlemen. This has been happening several times. Malcolm, you can explain.
All right, so for the people who are wondering about the escape room, we will not be showing you guys footage of the escape room because some of the examinees watched the stream and were using it to actually cheat and get some more information. And that's, kind of a problem. So we will not be showing the escape rooms on the stream.
Where's the integrity of the
Cheater,
games?
cheater, pumpkin eaters. That has been part of the story of the inaugural Hunter Association exams. And we are joined. You, my friend, just killed it on the obstacle course.
How
What's
you
your name?
feeling?
How you doing?
Lucas Hancock. That obstacle course was a lot of fun. I was just going out. I was like, I don't want to get hurt, but I was like, I'm going to take my time. So, but
It didn't
went
look like you were
pretty
taking your
fast.
time.
yeah, I mean, I was just like being more agile than fast, but I guess it just worked out in my favor.
It was
mean,
really impressive.
I'm more than likely, I can bet that you more than likely probably made it.
Oh, I hope so.
That's the guess. I mean, we don't have the exact times, but
yeah.
you were
No,
moving.
I
You were
think you
moving.
probably had the fastest time so far. We don't
Oh.
have the official, but
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I see your film with a GoPro. Are you a YouTuber or
no.
just for personal?
just for personal, but it might go on YouTube. I don't know.
yeah, it's
Okay,
awesome.
epic, cool.
Love
man.
the AOT shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Favorite anime?
I'd say Naruto probably.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
but-
Favorite hunter?
Hunter, probably Killua.
Good pick.
Yeah,
Man, that's been
pick.
so popular all
Yeah,
throughout
it
the
has.
day.
Man, I
Really
rock
has.
with that.
Well, we appreciate you.
Yeah, of course.
Best of luck in
Hey,
Phase 4.
thank
I'm
you.
sure you're going to make
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so.
Deception. It's going to be
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
exciting.
What do you expect from Deception?
I don't know. It might be like one of those like a case like maybe it's like safe or eliminated, and like I gotta like tell the other person like
I've seen that
like on
before.
Mr. Beast or something.
Yeah, Mr. Beast or like Inside the
Yeah,
Simon Show.
yeah.
Could be that.
So
Good thinking.
yeah.
We'll see.
I guess
All
we'll
right.
see.
Thank you.
All
Yeah.
right,
Appreciate it.
appreciate it.
guys.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, cool. Wow.
Dude just scaled that wall like he was nothing. As are most of the competitors. Oh, actually, we have a double time here.
Oh.
As I say that. As I say that.
All right, third
Come on,
time's
you
the
can do
charm.
it. Yes.
There we go. Get your aura back, man. Get your aura back. There we go. Congratulations to him.
So,
There are girls participating, by the way. Someone's asking if. women
Yes, there are
participating.
girls participating. It looked as though most of them chose to do the escape rooms.
can we go back to that? What in the world? Are you kidding me?
Oh,
People
yeah.
are watching the footage of the escape room.
I thought of it. I
Yeah.
literally had that same thought because I
I
saw people
mean-
walking around at the stream, and that is
Creative, but like, yeah, come on, man.
And
What
that's
are we,
probably
what
what
are
I
we
would
doing
do.
here?
If I'm being honest. I would love to crucify them for it, but I
Yeah.
would have did the same thing.
Yeah, I guess.
You got to
I don't
use
get
any
it.
advantage you can get.
Yeah, no.
It really is interesting though, because like in each phase 1, 2, and 3, there has been some form of rule changing or some form of like cheating
Yeah.
that has come down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like that kind of does speak to the hunter element of it, Malcolm. Like you've been
Yeah.
saying that that's what a hunter would do. You
That's
know?
what
Like,
they do.
Yeah.
Trying to get advantages. We've seen it cutting the corners in phase 1, sitting on your flags in phase 2.
Yeah.
Phase 3, someone watching the stream and trying to cheat. Is Dan coming back in?
That's what it takes, man.
Yeah, please.
All right. Come on over.
All right. Dan, tell us what was going on there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We had a bit of an oversight. So we did not collect everyone's phones that were waiting for the escape rooms. And a couple of the escape rooms were why. So a couple of the escape rooms had video, audio that you guys saw. I happened to go back. We separated the people from their families, but they went on Twitch. It was just an oversight on our side. You know how the hunters are. Every phase,
Sneaky.
they're going to find a way. Once one person saw someone on Twitch, they all pulled it up.
Yeah.
So we felt that it was unfair and compromised. So what we're doing is there was one escape room that was not compromised. So we're going to do about, it'll be like 5 groups instead of the however many we had in the beginning, 7 or 9. And everyone else went to the obstacle course. So
Okay.
the percentages will be a bit updated in terms of, you'll have more people from the obstacle course move on. But we'll get at least, I think 1 group will pass from the escape room. So yeah,
I mean-
the hunters, they struck again.
That's
Yeah.
what it is, man. If you have the
Struck again.
opportunity to get an
I don't blame 'em.
advantage,
I don't blame. I would have done. Once one person
that's what
pulls
I
out
would've
their
did.
phone, it's like
I would have did it.
I would have had to pull it out too because you have no chance then.
Well, we just got a note from production that literally Navy SEALs, they're trained to do this. Like, it shows prowess when you do cheat and get succeeded in that. And I will say, each phase, there has been some level of cheating. Cutting the
single
corners
one.
in phase 1.
Yeah.
There's no way. I mean, for all of it, so much of it is judgment call. You're grabbing flags. Some people hit too hard. Some people are grabbing their flags. We got a, 5-mile course here.
Yep.
You go back out there. There's no internet.
Yeah.
We have, we have 100 volunteers here. You spread them out a little bit, but like
Can't
some
cover
people
every
cut
corner.
some corners.
Yeah.
It's like, it's tough. We'll optimize more and more. This one specifically, we won't do again, but there'll be something. There'll always be something.
You wonder how one could cheat at phase 4. Just thinking about it ahead, without revealing anything just yet. But
I don't think
I don't.
you can.
I don't.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We say that. We
Thank
say
you
that.
for the heads up.
Yeah.
To be honest,
It would have to be.
You got
Start
some
covering our
ideas?
bases.
Some
Yeah.
ideas I had a cheating phase
Yeah.
for?
It would have to be teamwork, I think. It would have to be maybe knowing what the game is, one, and then two, being able to kind of work together
Are there
and
blindfolds?
outing.
There are blindfolds.
That's good.
Okay, blindfolds.
It will be hard, but
Right, true blindfolds.
Oh,
are
you know,
important.
There
you
is
could
audio.
potentially cheat using the stream.
fellas, I will be back.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'm glad I asked
We
the question.
Yeah, that's a great
We got to
question.
get him thinking ahead.
Yeah,
you're right.
How do we stop the bleeding?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And we will
Smart.
obviously dig
Yeah.
into what Phase 4 is for you guys listening at home when we get
Also,
there. But
talk about a cliffhanger. What that was.
yeah,
Jeez.
I know. I will be
Hopped off and
back.
ran off.
Let's dive back into some of the course action going on. Obviously, we talked to someone who probably has the fastest time so far. Right now, everyone's working through, and it seems like there will actually, in fact, be more people now doing the obstacle course than doing the escape room, which
Yes.
previously was not, what was expected to happen, but because of the cheating scandal, once again, egregious cheating here at the Hunter Association
Always
exams.
some egregiousness, man. Always some egregiousness.
Apparently.
You can't get away from
Apparently. And so we just keep pushing and moving through.
it. All right.
Oh, barely got there.
This is tough. They're pulling through, though. They're giving it their all and pulling through. Didn't look easy. I wonder, does the clock stop when you grab the bar in the back? Does the clock stop when your 2 feet hit the
I
top of the
assume
floor?
when
I think
when
2
your
feet.
2 feet? Okay.
I mean, they have a stopwatch person there at the end.
Pure
keeping track
speculation
of
on the
it.
desk here, but that would
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like that would make the most sense.
Mhm.
You got to get
Um,
your 2 feet up there.
And to be fair, I think it's the same person doing the times for all of them, so at least whatever it is consistent.
Yeah. Very consistent. There's cameras. There's drones. All right. Yes, only one in. So, okay, here's the thing that I don't know if the viewers know. There are 3 escape rooms here. So not all of the escape rooms were compromised. There are going to be people who are going to be able to use the escape room that nobody has seen anything from. There's no background footage. There's no anything. So I know that might have seemed a little confusing, but because there's multiple escape rooms, we're not going to use the ones that have been compromised, but the ones that have not will be in use. It just will not be showed on the Twitch stream.
Yeah,
Hopefully that helps.
And that's
Clear it up.
that was so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
So what a bummer for us and for the viewer at home that happened, because I was really
Yes.
enjoying watching. I mean, the obstacle course is great too, but it is how we say repetitive. And so
yeah,
it was
it
kind
could
of fun
be.
to mix it up a little bit and
And,
kind of go
and the
back and forth.
countdown is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to see, like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
they're going to sweat through and
Yeah,
make it.
so,
It is interesting, though, because I feel like they could do that the second escape room that they didn't complete, because
True enough.
them doing
That is
it.
true. But I mean, it gives
You
you,
would-
slight clues.
Well, correct. You would be able to work through it faster if you knew how to get through, like, the steps within the escape room. Like, they kind of got stuck on, like, that bank,
Yeah.
the ATM part.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you could, like, see the answers to earlier, it would be easier to kind of get through
that pin
faster.
number.
Would love to talk to that team that did the escape room in 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh my
we'll
gosh.
try
I
to
mean,
get
yeah, we
production
can
team
track
to
them
find
down.
somebody
I mean,
from
that
the
was-
escape room.
I mean, especially because as we go further in the day, I mean, it'll be less and less people that actually completed the escape room in order to advance, and that'll
Yeah.
be one of the teams that did. So,
Exactly.
yeah. I mean,
Oh, we
That
got
was
Trunky
impressive.
walking by.
yeah.
Yeah, we're live. Come on over.
Trunky's going
Come
to
on
join.
over. All right. One of you guys' favorite competitors is here.
Yeah.
It is your boy Trunky Zoo.
Sorry, chat.
Chunky, welcome back.
Thanks.
We wish it was for a happier dime. But,
Oh, that's all right. That's
yeah.
that's the game, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. It's what you signed up for. You know?
Yeah, that's it. I
Hi-
did my best, and
Yeah.
you know.
How you feeling?
Pretty like a man who traveled across the sea to lose at the second phase.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't the first phase.
Yeah,
yeah.
you made it to the
I
first.
was training for that, so obviously
Yeah.
I didn't. But yeah, you know, I had 3 at one time,
Mm-hmm.
free stuff, and it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about that second phase. It's tricky. You can have a lot of flags, but if you don't get into the safe zone in time, then
Yeah.
you just
It's
don't
really
get
like
it.
mostly about defending or luck. I think if you don't get your tag in the first minute, you're done, man.
Yeah.
Like really, like
That's what it seems like. It's a
Yeah.
lot of people scrambling as time went on in phase 2.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, a lot of people zoom through it. The method seemed to have been, as soon as it starts, attack.
yeah.
Because once that first couple minute goes by, there are a lot of flags that just aren't there anymore, and there's so little amount of flags that if you still have your flags, everyone's gonna focus on
That's
you.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the game. at least like the three main video stuff, you know, like the other guy Ninja Warrior stuff.
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
make it.
That was the one you wanted to do the most?
Yeah. But,
That
yeah.
sucks.
So who do you think will win? Like now there's big.
I mean, Noah, also known as White Tank Top Guy. I believe in him.
Yeah.
I also believe in Leorio. Those are my top two right now, I would say.
Yeah, it's hard to
So-
really gauge. I mean, there's really been so many great athletes out here, and each phase is so different. Like you even saw phase 1, phase 2,
Yeah.
totally different skill sets. Kind of some more like almost luck in phase 2 as well. Like
Little
if you
bit,
were,
yeah.
Little
well,
bit.
and luck / you had better odds if you were with like a bit of a team, like
Yeah,
partners.
we made a team, but we were like a big team. But then when it started, we were just three.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like kind of messed up. But we didn't steal each other flag at least, you
Right,
know, like
yeah.
we were honest.
Yep.
Like so I saw my teammate, he had 3. I didn't touch his flag. I was like,
Yeah.
I leave him alone.
I mean, you could have just, backstabbed him. got the
Yeah,
flag and
I
made it,
know.
but-
Too much honor.
Yeah, too much honor for that. You got a lot of fans watching you. They don't want to see you do
Thank
that.
you guys. I'm so sorry to have disappointed you guys.
Yeah.
I think
sure they're not
they
disappointed.
love you, man. They
Yeah.
love you.
Maybe
Yeah.
I will come back. Maybe if I
Yeah.
have money for that.
There'll be a next one. Hey,
Well, they
maybe,
did
maybe
say-
they'll be taking this global. They might be taking this to France.
Oh yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah.
We will talk about that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You know who to talk to.
Yeah. So this third phase, like, did some like group stuff make it or none of it?
So,
Some of it, yeah.
some of the group stuff made it. There was a slight issue with it.
Yeah.
So the association figured it out, smoothed everything out, and now we're moving back on.
Oh,
course
okay,
again.
sorry. You
No,
don't
it's
want
all
to
good.
do-
No, it's cool. We
No,
talked
we
about
had-
it.
No,
last week.
no.
We had cameras in some of the escape rooms to
Okay.
cover it, and then the people that were waiting in line to do the escape rooms were watching the stream to get
So
the
they got
insight.
the
And so a lot. It sounds like a lot of that got
Cheating.
axed. However, there's 3 escape rooms. One of them wasn't on camera,
Okay.
so I think
Yeah.
they're throwing a few groups into that escape room to try it out. But other than that, I think they had to send a few more people over to do the obstacle course.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
What would you have picked if you were in phase 3?
To tell the truth, if I really want to win, I think I would have taken like the group stuff.
Oh.
But since I'm a YouTuber and I want to show the stuff, I will have
For the fans,
Yeah, I will do the
you gotta
Ninja
do it.
Warrior stuff. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
based off of your strengths, I think you still would have did pretty well in the obstacle
Yeah,
course.
but you know, doing flips is not like the same stuff. But
That's true. That's true. But you're pretty agile.
Yeah.
You got a lot of strength, speed.
yeah, but I didn't get through phase 2.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? You did your best.
Yeah.
You
At least I can see USA, you know, and
Yeah.
guys, like be aware, you're amazing. Like American people, you are amazing. You're so open-minded, you're so chill, friendly.
Oh, you
know?
think so? We don't get
Yeah.
that. We don't get that a lot.
Yeah, it means
I'm
a
telling
lot.
you, because
Yeah.
in France, I love you French people, like I'm from France, like obviously.
Right.
But there are some like kind of rude, like every time they're not happy, you know, they're angry every day, you know.
I mean,
This group's good though.
yeah,
too.
you're in a happy place
association.
here.
This is a bubble. where
Yeah,
we are today.
maybe go around. You'll find some rude people
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
But that's fine. I'm going to New York in 2 days, so don't worry.
Oh,
You'll
you'll
find
find some
plenty
rude
there.
people.
You'll find
Don't
plenty
worry,
there.
don't worry. You'll find some
Yeah.
rude people
We
there.
have some people watching from New York. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They'll agree.
Yeah, thank you for having me, guys. I'm sticking around all, like, I heard there was some stuff going on after that, so
Yeah.
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 Let's go.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see.
We don't know anything.
Can we have a hint of deception? I don't know, because there are some people watching, right? Maybe.
Yeah, we alluded to it earlier. And
Yeah.
We'll just relay that. I asked the question if there are blindfolds.
Yeah.
So there's blindfolds.
Okay, I won't say anything.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks, Drunky.
Chat loves you, Trunky.
All right, let's get back to the action
Epic,
here.
man.
I
Epic.
didn't reveal too much with that, did I?
No,
Absolutely
not at all. Not at all. Nah, I feel like, I mean, a little bit of it is on the website.
What
too.
is there to know about, That
Exactly.
could be a million things.
You didn't give anything away, really. All right, back to the course in full screen if we can. All right, they're moving. They're moving. I haven't seen White Tank Top Guy go yet. Shout out Noah. But a lot of the people who I picked for favorites before round 1 and even after round 1 are out now. So
Yeah.
I had to pick some new favorites. Because I was picking Barefoot Guy. He got eliminated. He was in the chat a little bit ago. He said he got eliminated. I was really hoping for him. I was hoping for Alfredo. But, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
It's been
Noah
pretty
went already.
interesting.
Okay, we must have been interviewing somebody. We missed
Oh,
it.
Noah went. Cool. I
I'm
wonder how
sure
he did.
I'm sure he did great. I'm sure he did great. We got a lot of people asking for an Allen shout out. Shout out Allen, man. Shout out
Shout out
Allen.
Alan.
The GOAT.
Agreed.
All right.
Who was it earlier, the guy that got the flag? Who was, I forget that guy's name, Tim something?
Tim Martin.
Tim Martin.
Tim
Shout out
Martin
Tim
passed
Martin.
the flag off to, I don't remember who
wow.
he passed it off
Yeah.
to. But he did pass the flag off. He has inherited the will.
You talk about
of
falling
Tim
on
Martin.
your sword.
Exactly.
I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's inherited the will of Tim Martin.
I hope he's doing well.
I hope
Yeah.
he's done well in this competition.
Yep.
After this phase, we'll get some updates to the leaderboard so you guys can see.
I mean, if he goes
who
on to
made
win,
it.
I mean,
Here we
That
go.
would be
we'll be talking
incredible.
about that forever.
That would be Tim winning.
The lore, right? Yeah, the story writes itself.
Yeah. I met him at DreamCon and wanted to say hi. Who did you? Are you talking about me? Maybe you met me at DreamCon.
Or the lore guy, Tim.
It could have been Tim as well.
Timmy.
Could have been Tim as well.
This guy's he's everywhere. Everyone knows who he is.
He's famous, man.
everywhere.
Yeah.
He's famous.
Yeah. But yeah,
Doing
we
good
haven't met him.
deeds.
We don't know if he's for sure real.
Both
Yeah,
these contestants
he
sound-
might just be a concept.
Sounds more like
you
an
know?
enigma to me. At
Yeah.
the moment. Yeah. He should stop by.
Shout out to Tim. If we can find him, we'll get him there.
Oh, we had a restart here.
Shout out to King, man. All right, wow, he went really high up on the ropes.
Yeah, smart. Just keeping away from the ground, work
Yeah.
your way down a little bit, cross over.
That's a good move.
Yeah, definitely. I
He
mean, there
went
is an
really high.
element.
Up, here we go,
Here we
and
go. Strong finish, strong finish.
good catch.
Ooh.
Yep.
Good catch.
Second effort.
Yeah, I assume it's once you get up there, the time stops.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way that it goes.
Because there is an element to sometimes when someone touches the top, it takes a second to get up.
Yeah, you gotta climb and use some upper body strength to get your feet down on
But
that.
some kind of just soar up. It's like they just glide.
Yeah, like float, levitate.
One part of
use
this,
that
I think,
nen.
that we haven't really touched on is, you know, it's a little nerve-wracking. Like everyone is watching you when you
Oh,
go.
That
Gosh,
definitely
yeah.
has to add to it. And not just all the people here. There's also 600 people
Yeah.
that are watching them from here, which makes it even harder.
Yep.
Oh, just wait till later. The whole everyone's watching you thing.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
This
yeah.
is just the beginning of that.
This
Oh,
really
that
is.
final round is going to be brutal.
Because we're gonna get down to roughly maybe 80 people after this. I want to say, or not? No, not even.
I think even
less,
less than
less,
that.
less than that. I
Yeah,
mean,
less
like
than that.
no, way less than that. Actually, I take that back.
Yeah.
More like I don't know, 40 people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe even less.
This is gonna
Dan
be-
seemed to think it could even be lower. So
It could
it'll be
be.
interesting to see who all is left for Phase 4. But I expect anywhere between, 20 to, I mean, probably more than 20, but
For
30
phase 4,
to
I would,
50.
yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
probably about 50.
I know
That'd
that
be my
they were
guess.
hoping to go into phase 5 with between 20 to 30.
Yeah,
Or
because
that.
Yeah.
they need,
So-
and there's a lot of stuff. We haven't gotten anywhere near that yet, though. But with Phase 5, there's a lot that goes into like an even number versus an odd number and what
Yeah,
all
that's
that
true.
means. So
Yeah.
And as we've seen too, you know, you can start with a plan, but you can also deviate from the plan. And
Yeah.
that's
Definitely.
the big theme of the day.
Yep.
So,
Very
each
true.
phase has shifted.
Yeah, very true.
yeah. Yep.
To all the people in the chat, let's make some noise in the chat, man. Let's get some W's in the chat. Where's the energy at? I want to see some more energy. And let us know, once again, let us know your favorite anime of all time. I would love
Update.
to know that.
Someone in the chat,
Hunter Hunter's
Mark,
mine.
asking about update on the escape room. It's very simple. You guys are not going to see any more of the escape rooms today because of the cheating that was happening on the premises, where those that were participating today were looking at the footage and, you know, being able to use that to cheat in the future. So what's going to happen is we will give you a breakdown of basically who all makes it through from the escape room. But unfortunately, in terms of our coverage, it is exclusively going to be for the obstacle course here in Phase 3.
And you know what? That's just going to have to be all right.
As 24 Leg says, yes, egregious.
Always some egregiousness going on. Did you catch the cheaters? Yes. Well,
Ooh, did we?
I'm sure
Yeah,
they did.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
mean,
they
maybe
got
some
caught.
some
Yeah.
weren't caught, but
I'm
it
sure they
seemed
got
like that
caught.
was how they noticed one person doing it, then other people started doing it. It was kind of caught on like wildfire. If everyone's cheating, no one's cheating. So that was kind of seemed to be the direction of that. And then they caught them, snuffed it out, and then kind of just reduced how they were able to go forth with the escape room. And by the way, man, shout out to that first escape room team.
Oh, they made it through. People in the chat keep asking. They did make it through. They were the first ones.
Dominated.
So they made it through. They didn't even have the ability to cheat because nothing had showed yet. What was the cheating? So because we are currently streaming, we were live streaming the inside of the escape rooms, and some of the hunters were watching the inside of the escape room. And, you know, that's kind of just what ended up happening.
Yep. So that's why we are now just covering the obstacle course, which is very entertaining. I mean, so many people have been going. I will say, like, I haven't noticed too much of, like, speedsters. I feel like it's kind of actually slowed down.
Yeah, me too, actually. But they may be saving the stronger ones
I think
for
the most
later,
most
potentially.
revved up people are at the front of the line, right?
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense in theory.
Yeah.
Shout out
So-
Code Gios in the chat for favorite anime, by the way.
Woo!
You asked
Code
that
Geass
earlier.
is my number 2. Hunter x Hunter number 1. Code Geass number 2. Also, I saw some Bleach people. I'm a Bleach fan too. Senbon Sakura, Kageyoshi. Till I die, man. Love Bleach. Also love Hajime no Ippo. Those are some of my favorites of all time. Where my Ippo fans at? Yeah, we got a lot of Bleach people. Okay, Keon's here from Chicago. Shout out to the Chicagoans. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is fire too.
Shout out Solo Leveling.
Solo, you watching Solo Leveling?
Yeah, I'm a little behind, but it's yeah, it's been great.
I didn't watch the episode today. It's the first thing I'm doing when I get back to my hotel.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm getting back to the hotel and I'm instantly watching
I
the new
bet.
Solo.
You're the anime guy, brother.
I love Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys want to hear me talk about anime, check out my podcast. You can follow me at Malcolm Crawford _. My podcast is the Storm Podcast. That's THA Storm Podcast. You want to hear me and my friends talk about anime? That's the place. That is the place to go.
You think you'll talk about the next episode, your experience here?
Oh, most definitely. I'm going to talk about this entire experience, and I also had a very, very crazy experience to get here.
Ooh.
Which was horrible, but it will make for a very funny story.
Great.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah, shout out the Storm in chat. Shouting you out.
Oh yeah, shout out Blue Lock. I'm a huge Blue Lock fan. Blue Lock is the wave.
Here we go. Next up. I like the drip on the guy on the right.
A lot of people miss out on that. The drip is important. What you wear to this event. See, if you're watching an anime, right, it's very easy to tell the main characters from the side characters because the main characters got the fits. If your fit is outlandish, you're more than likely a main character. So
Right.
you get an extra boost
large
when you're
step
putting on
there.
something crazy.
Yeah, you got to show up to an event like this with main character energy.
You have to show up with main character energy.
Yeah.
If you don't have main character energy,
These guys are
You're gonna get
flying, by
eliminated.
the way.
Yeah,
yeah,
they really are.
moving. They are moving.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this
Here
is
we
a good
go.
heat.
All right, here we
go.
go. Here we go. And
Whoa!
he like leaned back a little bit
That
and then
was
had
scary.
to reach for the grab. That was tough. That was
We're
tough.
now getting an announcement, by the way.
Our food trucks are running out of food. One of them is leaving currently. The other one is getting low. So if you're gonna get
Unfortunately,
All right.
they're running out of food, which does not
Get it
affect
right.
us or
Thank
the
you so much.
Running
chat.
out of food at the
Shouldn't
food.
affect the viewers
No, I hope not.
I mean,
Well,
unless y'all are planning on
unless you're
Uber Eating
cheating.
some food from here.
unless you're
Unless
present.
you're cheating.
Yeah, which I don't know how you could anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you can't cheat at the obstacle course.
Yeah, we're not showing the escape room.
Unless you got a Sharingan and you're watching their every move. But
We're trying to get information on Phase 4, which we will not say.
yeah, we're not giving y'all no information
Not yet.
on Phase 4, man.
Even though I think all of us, chat included, participants, are hoping the break between Phase 3 and Phase 4 is the shortest one yet, especially because I think the setup for Phase 4, a little other hint, won't be that much.
Yeah, no, it
Shouldn't
won't
be much.
Not exactly an obstacle course.
Less equipment involved.
Shout out to King Graham. Shout out to King Graham. Or maybe it's just King Ram. It's probably King Ram. Were cheaters from the escape room disqualified?
We cannot say.
Yeah, the examiners are.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just say the examiners are handling.
I actually
If it were
think-
up to us, we would say yes.
Absolutely. We're
Yes.
we're very
But
strict.
it would be debated amongst us if it was up to us.
I'm not strict. I think if you cheat and you make it through, hey, it is what it is, man.
I actually don't
Punches
think-
are sneaky.
I think that the whole point was that they weren't disqualified because then it was like, all right, we're going to do other escape rooms.
Well, yeah, they
because
didn't
you
even
saw
get
that.
a chance
Yeah.
to go in.
The whole point
So
is
they
that
didn't-
the
true enough.
cheaters.
They tried to cheat, but they didn't even get the chance to.
Yeah.
Correct. They
They
wouldn't
got
go through the
preemptively stopped.
right, and basically they're just doing a whole blanketed like reset where just everyone now isn't going into those rooms just to make sure there was no cheating. Because obviously it's hard to, so many people here. It's hard to look at everyone's phones. Dan
Yeah.
mentioned it's like we took people's phones away.
Yeah,
so
you can't do that.
Yeah.
It's too much work. Taking everyone's phone that's going to go in the escape room, come on now. Just turns this into a much bigger production than expected.
final finish. Wow, leaped
Big
up there,
jump.
grabbed the
Big
bar in the
jump.
back. Fantastic ending.
I would have loved to see more of the girls try the obstacle course and seeing how that worked out.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm honestly not sure how many women have made it to this phase.
Yeah, I think, especially in the fourth phase, I think that the women are going to be at not an advantage, but it's an even playing field for deception. There's no physicality or height or size really necessary.
The only like demographic area for phase 4 that would be at a disadvantage, I think, is if you're just younger.
Yeah.
Some of these kids that are here, which
Yeah.
I feel like I've also been kind of weeded out. Like, by the
Yeah.
way, we did mention like some of those younger kids we talked to before phase 2, they didn't make it.
A lot of the kids have been eliminated, but there are still some in there. I don't know if
Definitely.
we have any like 13 or younger like we had before, but around now.
Because the thing with phase 4, and obviously we'll get there more, but with phase 4, it's not just going to be about understanding what the rules are, but being able to use the rules to your advantage and be able to work your way through. And it's going to be an interesting bout.
I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. Any questions you have for us, chat? Let us know. What questions do you have? Man, they are moving on this one.
Yep. Momentum is key right there
Yeah,
on the
most
right.
definitely.
He really was using his momentum well.
You have to stay moving forward the entire time. If you start to backstep, you have to get all of that acceleration and momentum back. You want to just keep moving forward the entire time through.
Fastest time in phase 1. Zach, did we know how fast he finished in phase 1? Roughly?
40-something minutes, correct?
Yeah, they ran, gosh, I mean, quick math on this, they ran like 540 miles.
Yeah.
Right.
For 8 miles.
8
so-
miles, so do
Crazy.
that math.
And
Yeah.
weren't even tired.
No, they weren't sweaty.
They were cooling.
They weren't breathing hard, and they came over and talked to us right after. So
How many teams won the escape room? We actually don't know right now. We only know of one team that's finished the escape room. That was that first team that went through.
Yeah. Will there be VODs of this? As far as I know, Twitch automatically puts the VOD up on the page. I would assume the Hunter Association would take that and upload it to YouTube.
Yep.
More than likely.
And I know the Hunter Association is planning on, they're getting all of this footage and they're going to use it for future marketing and stuff like that. But I assume the
Epic.
full thing will be somewhere.
Yeah. That would be my assumption. It'll most likely be on Twitch. I think they finish in 1.5 minutes. Okay.
Like 1.5 hours maybe. Is what
Yeah, that might have been it, but it was faster than that still.
Ooh, this guy's trying to fly.
All right, here we
with
go.
the hat.
Doing this in a hat is ambitious, but hey, I believe in him.
they're asking about phase 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the cutoff time was like an hour 19, and so
Yeah.
if you were able to run like 930 miles, you probably moved on to phase 2. 940, 945, you probably missed the cutoff.
That's
This time.
tough. That is not an easy mile. I mean, you can do it, but it's not like you
Yeah,
can't just hop up on the hop up off the couch and just get into
got to
that.
train for it
You
for
gotta
sure.
train
Great
a little
finish
bit
there.
for
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Unless you're just a freak athlete.
And remember too, for that phase too, everyone was told you're going to run 10 to 15 miles.
Yeah,
they
so they
showed
were
up
prepared.
and they ran 8. You know, so it's like you basically are like training for a half marathon.
Yeah.
And then you're lucky where you show up and you're like, oh, it's only 8 miles. But, you know,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would love to find out if maybe next year they'll say it's one length and make it longer. So instead of people getting shocked and getting to go easier, they get shocked and have
Oh,
to
yeah.
go even further.
Yep.
Yeah, I would already assume that next year. Or
We're saying next
event-
year, but the
Next
next
event.
event
Next
maybe
event.
Could be in 3
sooner
months.
than
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan gave us late summer earlier
Yeah.
potentially. So
Yeah.
next event, I think the opening phase would still be long distance, but I imagine longer distance. Also, a question we didn't ask him that was kind of brought up earlier today is if you win, if you are a pro hunter, can you participate again, or do you basically then have to just be an examiner?
I would assume you have to be an examiner.
Well,
you have nothing left to prove.
If they change the phases, though, you know, I don't know.
That is true.
I don't know.
That is true.
Maybe there's some kind of, add their new lore to it, right? Where
Yeah.
there's something kind of added you can get if you doubled up. Even though I do like the idea that if you win, you're a pro hunter, you become an examiner, you kind of have all this echelon, crazy aura, and then you come back, get to kind of like help out potentially,
Yeah.
and like be a part of the team. But then other people can also become the pro hunters, you know?
I mean, that's
like-
kind of the way that it works in the show. If you become a pro hunter, you can be an examiner, you know? That's just kind of how it goes. And the examiners have a lot of say in how the exams are run. In the show, there's a wide variety of types of hunters. There were gourmet hunters who were making people cook food, and there are hunters that just have endurance, so they run, So it kind of changes based on the individual aspects that each hunter focuses on. So I would like to see if maybe one of these pro hunters did very well in the running portion.
Our competitor here flew through.
Maybe we'll pull
just
more.
Now, Nike had backwards. Ooh,
Yeah,
second effort to get up on top.
I hope it's when you get your feet up there because, yeah, a lot of people have just been sitting up on top of the wall and seeing.
Yeah.
What about NEN events for Pro Hunter specifically? You know, that actually could be cool, something of the sort, like calling it a NEN event and having, like, the next level. That I actually like that idea. That's pretty cool.
When will the escape rooms be done? We don't know. I assume they'll be done when the obstacle course is done because more people ended up now doing the obstacle courses than initially planned.
Yeah.
So this is definitely going to be the final thing, I assume, for phase 3 is the obstacle
leash
course.
is over here. But, you know, a good hunter is loved by animals, as they say. 342, okay. 342 made it through phase 1. I believe 342 is barefoot guy. I
really?
believe.
Oh, man.
I believe.
Yeah. Talked about running on gravel.
Running on gravel,
Yeah.
no shoes.
Yeah.
Well, he's like trained, and his feet were like calloused probably enough.
Oh,
where it
yeah.
You
wasn't
gotta
so
be
bad.
a different type of human to do
if that's
that.
what he does on the reg, though, I mean,
Absolutely.
No
he
big
said
deal.
he likes not wearing shoes, so I'm
Yeah.
sure he has plenty of experience. And his shoes, I mean, his feet have definitely become calloused, and those muscles have gotten stronger.
yeah.
I mean, let's just be clear. There's some dogs out here. Like,
Oh,
there's some tough people
Yeah.
competing.
Yeah.
Most
To
definitely.
make it this far, we're in the top 15% of the people that showed up today. at this
Exactly.
point, so,
Already.
yeah.
Already.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going to get dwindled down even more.
Whoa. Spinning around, can't quite find
Hey,
it.
they're
There you
making
go.
it happen,
Somehow
though.
made it through. Incredible. It's all about kind of audibling in the moment, just like improvising, making it through, finding a way.
Yeah, I feel like
Wow.
watching this over and over, if you're like getting ready to do this, like I don't know how much that actually helps you.
Yeah, no.
Like, getting
Look at
ready-
watching the course is not going to make this any easier.
No, I wouldn't think so at all.
No way. You'd have. The thing is, too, this is each one of their first time going through it.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't get like a trial run and then get to go do it again and
Right.
like, perfect it. It's your first go, and that's your only time, right? It's not like you get to go do it 3 times and your best time's like your time.
Nah.
Yeah.
The one time, one and done, one
One and
slip
done.
up, and that could be it. You could be out.
But it's like
That's so disappointing.
Yeah.
Imagine if you just make one little slip. But, hey, that's how it goes, you know?
It's like half the participants we're watching here, guys, like make this look so
Oh,
easy.
wow.
Where it'd be so much more challenging. I feel like if I was to go step up and do this, I would not make it look this easy. But it's impressive. There's a reason they're in phase 3. Let's put it that way.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Malcolm could.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Malcolm would. For those watching at home, Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm not as athletic as you guys make me out to be.
I think it's more they just want to see you do it.
I think they do just want
Yeah,
to
I think
but I
they
more
just
than
want to
likely
see you
won't.
out there.
I more
Yeah.
than likely won't, so, oh well.
Yeah. Well, never say never. There might be a lot more of these coming.
Hey, I
Who's to
mean,
say?
I might try one,
Yeah.
just to see where I'm at. See,
Yeah.
my issue would be the run.
Mm.
I used
have
to
to
be a
train for
huge
that.
cardio guy back
Yeah.
in like high
So
school,
you could get back
early
into it.
college. I could.
If you needed to.
If I needed to, I definitely could.
Yeah.
If I chose to compete, I would put
Yeah.
all my time and effort into cardio, and I would be in shape to be able to do it.
That's the thing. I mean, that's exactly right. And I feel like most people did do that. It does feel like that was the main focus for everyone's training was just that first phase. And it was the phase they knew the most about. And from here on out, it's kind of just, once again, freelancing, audibling, figuring it out, just trying to push through. Like, we've seen so many great competitors, great athletes already not make it through these phases. And
Yeah.
it's only going to keep dwindling down. And the beauty of phase 4 is, like, athletics aren't going to matter. Being a pro
Not at
hunter
all.
is not just focused on athletics, which is really exciting for this competition.
Yeah, that's the craziest part is this competition is based on so much more than just being able to be strong. Like, being strong, being fast isn't enough. There's so much more that goes into it. So I'm excited to see where this goes, how they end up, who ends up making it at the end, and what the demographic of the winners end up looking like,
Absolutely.
Because it could be a wide array of people. All right, we got the next 2 hunters out there on the obstacle course. They're moving. It seems like the group of people left to go is starting to dwindle down a little bit.
I'd say so. It does feel that way, and then we'll kind of be able to tell who has passed through and who has not. Getting that final number of who's going to be in phase 4 after phase 3 is going to be huge, as we started this phase with roughly 140 people.
Yeah. But we continue to push on one step at a time, Wow, he flew up that wall.
Oh, following behind. Oh, my goodness.
He tried it and
That was an
missed.
aggressive move. He's got to get that time. Oh, he got there. Wow.
Missing the first one not only adds on so much time, but has to be exhausting on your arms to go do it for the one time and then have to go for it another. That's
Definitely.
tough.
I wonder if he gets that first one if that guy wasn't standing right there. It almost kind of seemed like maybe if he didn't, could be some slight hesitation, you know, just not even like maybe not even thinking about it, more subconsciously, like I can't really let my body fly up this wall right now because someone's right there.
That's why you have to
Yeah.
race for that finish.
Yeah.
I just had to send out a scout for us to see how many people are left for this one.
Okay,
So, yeah,
awesome.
we gotta, Are we halfway through? Are we almost done? Are we in
Yeah.
the first quarter still? I doubt that, but
No, yeah, we're close because chat probably wants to know. When do we find out who passed this phase? When it's over, they will do it, and then it'll be updated on the Hunter Association website. Somebody is putting the link in the chat. Agent has dropped the link a couple different times. Once it gets updated, it will be on that website for you guys to see, and you can see if your loved ones or your ops made it through.
And then pretty easily, once we begin phase 4 later, that's going to be the most intimate phase so far,
Yeah, I
where
would
like the
say so.
cameras will be able to really focus on the people. There's not going to be so many. It's going to be dwindled down significantly,
Yeah.
and we'll really be able to hone in on who is remaining and who could be just 2 steps away from a pro hunter.
Yes.
And that's going to be exciting for those, especially those of you that are still watching, that will have someone in phase 4 working and trying to deceive the person next to them to move on.
That's when the chatter amongst the participants will be at the highest of the whole day.
Yeah, I would say so.
Absolutely.
I would say so. The chat is asking if the final fight is a fight to the death. And I sure hope not.
It is not. Nope. We can say for sure. I mean, maybe. You never know.
I mean, look, if somebody gets too carried away,
I haven't read the
away.
waiver that closely.
I mean, we all know.
I'd imagine not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you never know.
Never know.
Y'all might get to see some exciting action.
How much like this is?
If it
How
gets
much like
too
the show is
intense.
this? You know? Yeah.
A lot of people died in the Hunter exams.
Yeah.
I had forgot just how many people died. I was rewatching it last week, and a lot of people died in the Hunter exam. I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, I know some people died. No. A lot of people died.
Yeah.
All right, we have 40 people left who are going to go. As we know, 2 people go each, so we're getting down to the end. We're
Definitely.
going down to the end. 20 more
20
rounds.
more rounds, yeah.
Each round is, I mean, some of the rounds are less than 2 minutes.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
We're definitely getting down.
Yeah, I know. It's looking back at Matt and Dan, our examiners, did it yesterday. They probably had pretty good times.
Oh, yeah.
Dan
most
said around
definitely.
like a minute.
Yeah, around a minute. They might have qualified and became pro
Maybe
hunters.
they really are pro hunters already, and that's why they're examiners.
They might be. I mean,
There
they're
was a
both
secret
in great
hunter.
shape. They're
Yeah,
in great shape.
yeah.
Could have been. Could have been.
We don't know.
Yeah, this event.
There wasn't a Twitch chat for that one.
Yeah, it would have been cool to have streamed that, but I would have liked to have been here, but I had a lot of hijinks that happened to me yesterday that
Here we go.
slowed my time to get here.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
All right. We are moving on to pick up a rock. Oh, my goodness.
Man, that part is so difficult. The amount of upper body strength is just unbelievable.
They're moving. They're moving through. This is hard, though. It's a hard phase. It looks easier than you would think it is.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, no. I think it looks hard. Like
You got to go around. Yeah.
each element feels incredibly, like each part of this course just feels hard on some part of your body, like whether it's balance, upper body strength, lower body strength, and then being able to finish strong. It's tough. And it'll be interesting to see. I mean, there's going to be plenty of people that, quote unquote, finished first of their race that won't even pass. They won't even move on to the next phase.
Yeah, that is true. That's the thing, that this is a time-based event. It is not based on, it is a time-based event. It's not based on if you beat the person
Head-to-head.
that you go up against. It's not head-to-head. So you guys could both finish fast, or you could absolutely obliterate your opponent and still not make it through. Or you could lose to your opponent and make it through. It
Exactly.
really varies.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I mean, and we've noticed it just now. Like, there's been overall fast runs, slow runs, and it just seems like sometimes when you can tell both of the athletes aren't going that fast, they slip, they have to restart in certain spots.
Right.
Probably both of them are not making it through.
Yeah, I feel like you have to be. I have a hard time believing that you would be able to slip and retry a section and still make it to the next phase.
Someone in the
That's my
chat asked,
prediction.
what time do they need to advance? We actually don't know. We don't have the live times, but we will know eventually kind of that cutoff time and what that ended up being. So far, we've just kind of been able to educated guess our way to a few. Like, we're kind of able to feel it out and see. Really, if someone doesn't have any mistakes along the way, they're probably going to get through.
They have a good chance.
You know a
of
good one
making
when you
it.
see one.
Yeah, you know a
Exactly.
good one when you see it, for sure. You also know a bad one when
Currently,
you see it.
red shirt is a good one. He is flying.
My
right
guy
now.
in the black
Oh
shirt,
my
I was
goodness.
rooting for him, but he's not looking.
That was an epic
Too great.
run. That was a phenomenal
one.
run. He is definitely moving on to
Flew
phase
up
4.
and went up the tall side of the wall. My guy in the black shirt over here, I was expecting him to go far. I hope he can still find it within himself and make it, but it's not looking too great. It's not looking too great. Maybe if he can make it up this wall in one try, and
There we go.
okay,
Nice.
all right. He's got a chance. I believe in him. I believe in him. He's been doing his thing, but hopefully he made it through. If not, you know, you can't win them all. You can't win them all.
Love it.
No,
Talking
so
to the
you
camera,
don't-
talking to the camera.
You don't do the escape room and the obstacle course. You do either or. You either do the escape room or the obstacle course, and around the same percentage of each will make it through.
And we are obviously just showing film footage, live footage here in Virginia of the obstacle course because there was some cheating happening with the escape room. So
Yeah.
a few of you, well, probably, hopefully a lot of you that were here at the beginning of phase 3
Yes.
got to see that. We had a couple escape rooms go, but unfortunately some of our contestants also saw that. So due to that cheating, we had to shut down the live stream version or, element with the escape rooms and have just been focusing all our time and attention on these obstacle courses.
Yeah, I hope that they are still recording and potentially it could be posted on the VOD, maybe. I don't know if the escape rooms are being recorded, but either way, you guys will know who made it through the escape room. You guys will
the
know.
mystery escape rooms.
Yeah.
You'll never know. Maybe they don't even exist. Who
It'll
knows?
be on the TV not the TV, but on the website, you'll see who made it through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We don't know where the location will be for the next event, but as Dan said, make some noise. Let everybody know where you would want it to be,
Yep.
what your city is, and they're kind of going to do it partially democratically.
The official Hunter Association website is going to be very important to keep up with. Also,
Definitely.
go join the Reddit feed for the Hunter Association. There'll be updates on there in the following
The Reddit
weeks,
is cool.
months. Yeah, just keep in mind that's like where you can probably be loudest. But on the official website, they might put out polls, put out ideas, official, I would say, announcements. And then, yeah, I mean, look, this is the inaugural Hunter Association exams. It's only going to get bigger
It's
from here.
only going to get bigger and better.
I mean,
That's
even
the
just
goal.
you guys all tuning in right now, like even like Twitch is noticing this event out of nowhere. This is
Yes.
basically the first ever live stream on this page, and it's like, wait, there's so many people interested. This is a pretty interesting idea, and it's only gonna grow from here and get more exciting.
Yeah, holding strong around 500 viewers, that just shows that the demand is there. There are people who want to see this, who are enjoying this, and will even come to the next one. They want to be here. They
So
want to
many.
see it, especially if it's in their city, or they might travel. We have people from all over the world here, all over the country. Where are you guys watching the stream from? Let us know. I know we asked before, but let us know where you guys are from. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, personally. So
Here we go.
he's had to reset 3 times at this point, the person that we are watching. He's had to reset 3 times. The crowd is cheering him on. That just shows the camaraderie, the love that is here. When you go through something this hard together, it builds that brotherhood. But, his time ran out. He gave up, but he gave it his best shot. He gave it his best. I was trying to hype him up a little bit, but look,
I can't say I'd do any better.
that's the truth.
That's why I'm over here.
Right, there's a
Exactly.
reason
That's why
why
we're here.
we're not competing.
Yeah.
Get the headsets on.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The reason why I have a headset and not
We talk about them
Gym shoes.
out of earshot from them. They're way over there. We'll keep
Wow,
it that
someone
way.
in from you asked before Louisiana
Spain,
Louisville,
Barcelona.
Austin, yeah, Spain, Barcelona, Pittsburgh, couple
the
Pittsburgh
Netherlands.
back to back.
Wow.
Netherlands, dope.
Houston, a lot of Ohio.
Now Netherlands and Spain
Pennsylvania,
going to stay up
Florida.
late with us?
Florida,
Arizona.
shout out Florida.
Stay up late for phase 5.
It's got to be late already there, right?
It's
Or
getting,
early?
getting later. Getting
Is
later.
it late or early?
Yeah,
there?
getting later. Like
Where?
9
Okay.
o'clock, Netherlands and Spain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, they're locked in.
You just ask us late or earlier there, Malcolm.
I don't know where the Netherlands is. Or,
That way.
because it could be the morning. I don't
If
know.
it's due east,
Yeah,
you know, it's
I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
which way is
across
east?
that big
Over there?
body of water.
Yeah, I
it's
guess that
typically-
is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
But hey, Hunter fans everywhere. No
Oh,
discrimination.
yeah,
Absolutely.
no, Hunter
Yeah.
fans are
We,
everywhere.
well, obviously,
It's the greatest anime
speaking
of all time.
of from where they would be, we had plenty of people from Japan earlier tuning in. And I was like, what
Oh,
time
yeah.
is it in Japan?
14-hour difference there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
By the way, let us know in the chat if you've been here since phase 1. We kicked
Yeah,
this.
how many people been
Yeah.
here the whole
Yeah.
time?
That
Yeah.
would be unbelievable.
That's
Wild.
crazy.
Yeah.
We haven't even been here the whole time. You know,
Yeah.
we took some breaks and got some more. I mean, I guess you can still watch it and all that, but we've been here the whole time.
For phase 1, I mean, that feels like a millennia ago at this point.
Yeah.
We still have 2 phases to go after this.
And I got here even,
do.
you know, we both got here. All of us got here before it started. A lot of people been here the whole time. Okay, wow.
Thanks for joining us.
Man, you guys are awesome. For the people who have been here the whole time, what do you think of us? How do you feel
Ooh,
about the comment?
do we
Have
wanna ask
been,
that?
Have we been
No, no.
entertaining you? Are you not entertained?
Ooh.
How have we been doing? Been here since phase 1. A lot of people. Man, you guys are
people
epic.
since phase 1.
Good
You
news
guys
is
are epic.
in phase
Unreal.
4, you'll be able to hear us a little bit less, I think. We'll be dialing into, I think, the audio of
That's
the
our
competitors.
that's
at
our
that
guy
point.
Alfredo. Just gave him the salute on the way out. That's
Shout
our
out
that's
Alfredo,
our that's our
man.
phase 1 winner.
I
Speaking of
know.
phase 1,
Winner.
and he's looks like he's rolling out of here.
Yeah, our
Man.
first interviewee of the day.
Yep.
Such a hot start. We never got
Yeah.
his story fully on what
No.
happened in phase 2.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
as we saw, it doesn't necessarily translate. Being fast doesn't mean you're quick.
Yeah,
Apparently,
exactly.
that doesn't mean he's not, but it doesn't mean it automatically translates.
Yeah, it's not as easy as you would think it is, you know?
Oh, great question there, Adams. Why are only some contestants named in the live ranking? That I almost guarantee that would be a Dan or Matt question, but I
Yeah.
think the system, it was a little tricky. In terms of scanning, everyone gets a wristband. There was supposed to be a little bit more of a smooth transition from the leaderboard to their ranking and the wristband that they are wearing. So my assumption is that there's been a bit of a snafu there, but that doesn't mean they're not ranked where they should be in the actuality of the eyes of the examiners and for the continuation of this competition. Also, thank you for everyone that sends in the chat the exam results link. That definitely helps everyone
Oh, yeah.
tuning in. Even helps us as well.
Mm-hmm.
We are definitely in the later stages of the obstacle course. We will get obviously updated numbers after phase 3 when it comes to how many total wannabe pro hunters are remaining heading into phase 4. Phase 4 is deception. It is going to be a mind game. I'll tell you that. It is not going to be another event when it comes to physicality, strength, any of those things. It'll be mental fortitude, and you guys will have to look out for that. Oh, here we go.
All right, we were just talking about Alfredo minutes ago, and he
he's
has
back.
appeared. Alfredo was our phase 1 winner.
And our first interview of the day.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like the boogeyman.
Yeah, we got to stop talking to people. It's been a curse. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but dude, I'm excited. I was telling the organizer that I want to be a proctor next year, man. If I come up with the full getup, Satos, you know what I'm saying?
Dude,
I
yeah.
even do the little
Shout out,
stride.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's something I would love to do for sure.
So what happened in phase 2?
Ah, man, I'll be honest. I just I was going for a flag and I just wasn't aware of my surroundings. Somebody snuck up behind me, took the flag, and it was inches from the extraction zone, the safe zone or
safety
whatever.
zone.
Yeah.
And I just, I didn't have enough time to try to catch him. Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's,
But, I
it's a
mean-
story we've heard a few times
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
You lose your flag, you're in trouble.
Yeah, and the hardest part for me was that, obviously the run, you control that yourself, right?
Right.
You're in control. This one, I wouldn't say it was luck, but it was a lot of who you were going up against and like how quick you could react, and I
Yeah.
just wasn't quick enough.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it breaks down. You know, that's kind of the special thing about this competition. It's not like anything else.
Yeah.
Some parts are all yourself.
Right.
Some parts are mental. Some parts
yeah.
rely on the team. It relies on the situation. Because
Yeah.
even depending on which heat you were in, some heats were more aggressive. Some heats people sat back a little bit more, and that's just kind of how this goes.
Which is a reflection of the actual hunter exams,
Exactly.
right? You never know what you're going to expect.
You
and,
never
like,
know.
You could do all the training you want, but once you're there, you know, it kind of just depends on, you know, like what's going on around you.
Exactly. You could have been in the second one where Kilo pulled up and nobody finished except for Kilo.
Right, exactly.
So you never know what's going to happen.
Next year, I'm just going to be me next year.
Yeah, there you go.
Going to be the only person to make it through. Just steal every flag.
If you were in phase 3, which one would you have chosen, the escape room or the obstacle course?
Oh, you know, it's funny. I was just telling my friend I would 100% pick the physical one. One, because again, I know if I was to mess up or do really well, it'll be based on me solely, right?
100%,
Yeah. So I mean, I would have done that. It looks like almost everybody's doing that, but I heard something happen with like the leaking of.
Yeah, there was a little cheating going on.
Yeah, we were leaking information.
Yeah. I mean, that's
inadvertently.
Yeah, no. Once you're on the internet, that's just bound to happen, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But,
Thanks. So we'll see you at future exams.
Yeah, I like I said, I would love to come back as a competitor. I would love. The only reason I even wanted the license, one, because it's cool. It's cool as hell. But two, because I wanted to be a proctor. I want to be in charge of an exam, you know? So if I can kind of bypass that step, I don't even need a license. I just want to be a proctor.
Right.
You know, like for the running part or like whatever. If I don't know if the proctors have full range of controlling what the actual exam is, or if it's the exams are going to be stagnant, it's going to be the same every year. I'm not sure, but I mean, I would love to be in charge of one of those.
Well, I mean, in the future, if it's another endurance phase, we don't need a pace car. We can just put you.
That's
at the
what I'm
front.
saying. That's what I'm
you
saying.
can just
run.
Yeah.
The way.
Satos. I mean, hey, that's one of my favorite drills too. The Satos drill. I mean, I love that. So yeah, I was telling Matt is his name, right? I was telling Matt that let me know. I would love to be the proctor for that one.
Epic, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you stopping by and talking to us a couple times, and whether it's proctor or participant, we hope you'll be back in the future.
Yeah, and you guys are doing a great job. I was watching live on stream, and I'll continue watching live on stream on the drive back to Philadelphia.
Fantastic, thank you.
Right on.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. How long is that drive?
I was looking now. It's about 3.5 hours.
Okay, that's dedication.
Yeah, it was 5 hours on the way down because of traffic. I was driving down on a Friday.
What time did you have to get up?
Friday?
Oh,
I drove back. I drove down yesterday.
That was gonna be my question. I was like, if you drove down this morning,
you did this sleepy.
That's different. I wouldn't function. I needed a couple cups of coffee today.
Well, there's a guy doing this fasting, so.
Yeah, he's fasting.
Yeah. Props to him, man. That's incredible. Yeah. One of my old training partners used to participate in Ramadan.
Right.
And, he would fast and still train, run 100 miles a week.
Wow.
While fasting.
That's
dedication.
crazy.
Yeah, no, you got to hats off to those guys, man.
That is not easy at all.
No, I get hangry if I don't eat for 2 hours. I can't imagine.
Same.
I can't imagine from sun up to sun, or sun to sun.
Dang.
That's
tough,
yeah,
man.
thanks for having me, guys. Like I said, I hope to come back as a proctor. If not, I'll be a participant next year, and we'll see that badge next year, that license.
Yeah, hey, sweet. Hey, thanks
most
for that.
definitely.
Yeah,
We appreciate you, bro. You've been awesome.
No, I appreciate you guys for having me. Chat, what's up, chat? This is a great exam. If you guys, I know a lot of people thought this was a scam. This is not a scam. This was very well put together. If you guys are thinking about it, doing it next year, do it. The more people, the better. The more funding they'll have. So if you guys like stuff like this, join. It's just something that it's funded through the people who participate. So if you're thinking about doing it, don't second guess yourself. Do it. Yeah, I'll be here next year if you guys are doing it. So
Absolutely. It's gonna be awesome.
Well said.
It's gonna be awesome. Thank you so much, bro.
See you guys.
Appreciate
Have a great
brother.
day. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Travel safe.
Thanks, guys.
By the way, let us know in the chat. There was a jump in viewers. You guys were saying you lost us for a second there, or that you lost at least like the streams. Just let us know if you're there, having a good time. We're still wrapping up phase 3 of the inaugural Hunter exams. Probably not too many more contestants to go through.
Down to the
I anticipate that the break between phases 3 and 4 is going to be probably the shortest so far. So, just look out for that. Fingers crossed. We hope so. I think you hope so too. I think everyone here kind of hopes so.
We're all on the same page there.
Definitely. I think we had a really extended break between phase 1 and 2. That was long.
The corner cutters.
The cheaters made it a little shaky.
The cheating has definitely.
It's really slowed us down. It slowed us down in this phase too.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sticking with us. If you did lose the stream, we really appreciate that. Like I said, Phase 4 is coming up. That is Deception, so look out if who you're rooting for, your friends, family, whomever, if they are still in the competition, if they've texted you, let you know, like, hey, I'm still in it, I'm still here. Deception is next, and that will not be a physical feat at all. It is going to be purely mental.
Would love to see theories in the chat too on what they think Deception could be.
Yeah, hit us up. Let us know what you
keep
think
it as
Deception's
vague as
going to
we
be.
can.
It's going to be, yeah. I think some of you actually might already know. I guess it's maybe leaked out.
I believe it's on the website.
Is it on the website now?
I believe so.
All of the information?
I don't think all the information. I think it's just the name of it potentially.
Yeah, everyone in the chat is saying.
Well, that's not a secret.
Werewolf.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what they're thinking?
That is what they're
let's
thinking.
See. We have another interviewee.
Yeah.
All right.
Pop
Let's
this on.
do it. How you feeling?
Good, man. I'm blessed to be here, man.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
Y'all.
What's up? What's your name?
Alon, man.
Alon?
Alon Rutledge. Y'all could follow me on CBC_Alon. Feel me?
There has been a lot of asking for you in the chat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the chat rocks with you.
That's crazy. Popular. I ain't even know it. That's crazy.
They've been asking for an interview from you. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Like, I ain't never did nothing like this before, feel me? And the reason it's really, like, inspired me and stuff, because I ain't never been this hard, like, worked this hard at, like, nothing before. Like, I ain't never run 8 miles and do all this extra and running up walls. Like, I ain't never do none of that. Like, so I feel like this is really, like, a big accomplishment. I know everybody don't look at it like that. But
no,
like,
it is.
Huge accomplishment.
You're in the top 15% at least already of this thing.
How many people is the top 15 in anything? You feel what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, like, I'm just, like I said, I'm blessed to be here, man. Get to talk to y'all and everything.
Yeah. How is Phase 3?
Tough.
Yeah.
To say the least, feel me. I ain't good at no riddle stuff, so I'm glad. Shout out to my team and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, they helped a lot because I never did escape room. Like, this is the first time for everything. I don't run. I don't do none of that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was pretty fun, like, doing something new.
Yeah.
You were in the first group of the escape room.
Nah, I was in the second.
Okay, the second group.
So what escape room did you do? Because on our end, we've had to stop covering the escape room because there was some cheating happening with the broadcast and the chat. So what was your escape room?
We had that first one over there because they told us the same thing. You feel me? Like that people was cheating and they used to Twitch it to win and stuff. But yeah, like they cut them people out. Got in 4 new groups and I was in that second group and then we did our thing. Feel me? And now I'm here.
How hard was it?
1 to 10, I say like a 9.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you choose the escape room over the obstacle course?
I'm fat.
You ran 8 miles today, man.
Well, yeah,
That's
I did.
not
but
true.
And got out of Phase 2.
You far from fat.
I just got lucky. You feel me? Like,
how did Phase 2 go? Break us down. Like we've heard so many different stories.
I feel like I did the most clutch thing in like history, to be honest. Like, so
humble too.
Yeah, man. I try to be, man. You know what I'm saying? But I had my flag on the back. Somebody took mine. That's worth the 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they took that, and I seen somebody. I really got lucky. You feel me? This is really just God's work. So. Somebody had cut their hand, but he was still in the game, feel me? So I'm like, I'm going to just take his. So there was 4 people. There was 4 of them. They was lined up. They back against the out of bounds, and somebody was distracting them, and I took 3 of them.
You just snatched
all 3 of them. I took them, ran, and I got up out of there. And I said some things I probably can't say on Twitch, but I was excited. You feel me? So you know, shout out to me.
And here you are just a little bit later, and you're hanging out and waiting for Phase 4 to start.
Oh, my God, man. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was really dreaming about it last night. Like, man, I'm going to win. Like, I'm going to go and see Jing Freaks. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
right.
There you go.
Know what I'm saying? Like,
What? Where are you from?
I'm from Pittsburgh, PA.
Okay, so you
Pittsburgh in the chat.
You got a little bit to get here.
Yeah, 4 hours is a little.
You did that this morning, or you stayed the night here?
We went yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 412. You heard? Feel me?
What's expectations for Phase 4?
Man, just go out and do my thing and keep the mental right. This whole day has really been a mental game, to be honest with you. You know, we had to think over there. I told myself a couple times I want to stop running. I told myself with this, I only had a minute left. That man, I just got to keep going and like just keeping the mental there, because I mean sometimes your mental can be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So you can be as strong as you want, but if I could think better than you, then I'm probably gonna win. So
All right, this next round, it's a lot of thinking, so be prepared,
Tall,
man.
man.
Be prepared.
Mental game is a theme.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Be prepared. I'm gonna be honest with you. After this interview, you've shot up my rankings, bro.
Absolutely.
You got
Hey.
great energy.
I love,
And
man.
the
I
chat's
need
rocking
it.
with you too.
I don't know why, but hey, shout out
You
to
know,
y'all too.
they-
You
and
feel
I
me?
and I know you're just the the individual sitting here, but they talk
Yeah.
about a team of destiny, and just
Yeah.
based on what I'm hearing, it just sounds like the script's writing
Individual-
itself.
It's
Yeah.
destiny, man.
Yeah.
It gotta be. Like,
Yeah.
it's been written probably 100 years before, like, this even happened for me. So, like,
I love
yeah,
it.
man, I'm excited, man.
Last question: how you choose your team for the Labyrinth? I mean, for the
Escape room?
Yeah.
I didn't. They just put me together and I won. So I got lucky again, I guess.
Yeah.
Talk about
All
that.
right.
That's why I'm saying
It's
team of
destined.
destiny here.
It's
It's like
It
yeah,
gotta
love
be.
it.
you can't make it
man.
up.
I
Yeah.
gotta win at something. So
Hey,
I guess
man.
it's the 100.
I want to see you in those
Hey.
finals.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Hey.
I want to
You'll
see you in those
Hey,
finals.
two to go, man. Two to
That's
go.
it, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Lock in. I believe in you, bro.
Appreciate it,
I
man.
believe in you.
Boy.
What's your name again?
Yeah.
Alon.
Alon. Hey,
Yeah.
I believe in you, bro.
Appreciate it,
Yeah.
my boy,
Hey,
man.
thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I believe
All right,
in
good
you.
luck. Good
Yeah.
luck.
Good luck.
The energy was there, chat. The energy was there.
Crazy. I love it.
I hope he goes far.
Oh, I
He's
know.
become one of my favorites for the competition.
Someone in the chat during that I was peeking was like, this guy's a vibe. And I'm like, yep, this guy is a vibe.
Definitely a vibe.
It's coming in with the right attitude, coming in with that spirit of just trying to do something, and now it's working out. It's coming to fruition.
Most definitely. Chat, everybody in the chat, let us know, who are you rooting for right now? As of right now, who are y'all rooting for? Oh, chat said he got mad aura.
Oh, Mad Aura.
That's
yeah.
one of the best compliments you can get. They say you got mad aura, you're goated. We're working on getting some more interviews for the people you guys are asking for. Don't worry, we're seeing them. Okay, a lot of people said that they're rooting for Alon.
So to go
Okay,
for
Hudson.
so just to recap that interview we just had, not much of a runner.
Not
but,
much of
but,
a runner.
but advanced.
Yes.
And then had his flag stolen immediately in phase 2.
And still
Found
made it
someone with
happen.
3, took all of those,
Killed it.
advances to phase 3, has a team that picks him, immediately advances out of the escape room, and
sounds
finds
like-
himself falling into phase 4.
It was written in the stars. It was written
Yeah.
in the stars.
Yeah,
It
you
seems
can't
like
make that up.
He was made to win here today.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels
He
like,
said
right?
he's not even a runner, and he still made it. He's humble. He said he's fat. He's far from fat.
Yeah, far from fat. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes the stories write themselves.
The story.
script is already written.
Yeah, it's like
One would say it's rigged.
he
It's
was-
not rigged.
It's not rigged, but he was made to be here today. He was made to be here. Is Weeb Commander here? So we were trying to figure that out. It sounds like he is not. We thought he was going to be here. If he was here, he got out early, but I don't think that Nick Connor is here today. I was looking for him, but I have not seen him. Shout out Wolp in the chat. That's my guy.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we have to be
Shout out Aries too.
very near the end of phase 3.
Oh, I can see. There's not many people.
Things
left.
are really winding down. So if you guys are like, wow, I have been watching people climb up this wall a lot. Oh, these are some
So
young,
have we.
young contestants.
They're young.
Competing. That
He
seems
is
pretty
young.
quick, by the way.
The chat is not the chat. The group is cheering for
chat.
him. The audience is cheering. I'm
So,
too
yeah.
online. I gotta touch some grass.
Look out, phase
Right, he is young.
phase 4, Deception coming up, Werewolf game. We're going to dive into all those rules for that phase. Just look out. Hopefully we'll be able to kind of really get into the area of where they're playing that and kind of dive into the conversation and be able to hear what they're saying, because that's going to be key, as it is, you know, Deception. It's a mental game. It's a social game as
Very
well.
social.
Got to kind of use some intuition, which I think our guy we just spoke to, his intuition will probably lead him in the right direction, I
It
think.
definitely will.
Trust
I-
your gut.
It was definitely written in the stars that he was made to win here. Alon, he cooking.
By
He's
the way,
cooking.
one thing before we keep moving on, obviously we're nearing the end here. Just shout out, as this is the inaugural Hunter Association exams. I mean, there's been a couple of hiccups, a couple of things, a couple of, you know, corners cut and rules broken. Very smooth. All the production
Has
team
been
here
very
has been doing a
smooth.
wonderful job. All the volunteers have been fantastic. Our examiners are doing their best to hold everything down.
Yeah.
And genuinely, like all the service people that came out here, the medical staff here,
Shout
the
out to
food
our
trucks,
AV team. They
shout
are
out. Oh
killing
my
it.
gosh. Like it's this pandemonium behind
Yeah.
the scenes. and
Shout
we've
out
been-
to our assistant, our personal assistant.
Oh
I've
my
never had
gosh.
that before, but she's been
Yeah.
killing
Savannah
it.
is the best.
It's been a great day.
It's been fantastic.
We yawned and these just spawned in.
like
The energy drinks just appeared.
literally, and just the fact that, you know, you guys are able to, you put out what you think in the chat and say like who you want to see and just get more interviews. You know, we have to sit here and keep going on, and we're just getting fed these interviews with these amazing people to talk to.
Yeah, layup after layup.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
If the worst thing that happens all day is that it slows down a little bit between phase 1 and phase 2, I think that's.
I think it's been a success.
That's a successful
I would
day.
call that a success by far. Also, shout out to the chat. You guys are awesome. Shout out King Aries. Shout out to everybody from the Storm. Aries dropped the stream in the Discord. This has been awesome. And dropped the Discord in the stream. I took a fat nap between phases 2 and 3, and you know what? Sometimes you got to recharge before you get into it.
Yeah, I mean, napping time could have really been between phases 1 and 2. There was like an hour and a half, it felt like, in between. I'm not sure exactly the full time, but I think it was pushing 90 minutes for sure.
Yep.
We have only a few more contestants here, by the way. I think this person's going solo, unless they've just been left in the dust. I'm not exactly sure.
Has he been solo leveling?
Good one.
I got this energy drink, and now I'm starting to
Yeah.
starting to get even
guys
more
with their
hyped
second
up.
win next to me.
Y'all get some bad jokes. It's not me. It's the Celsius talking.
Yeah. Not
Well,
a sponsor, by the way, I don't think. Maybe
not
they
a
are.
sponsor.
I don't think so.
You know, we've been on the air for what? We're coming up on 8 hours, so yeah, might as well. Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been up since 5-something this morning.
Same.
Yeah.
It's been a day. And everyone here as well, right? Every single person's been up 3, 4, 5 a.m. this morning, getting up, getting here on location, getting checked in, getting set up, all the production, all the cameras, all the mics, all this good stuff. Even like the ramp, the escape rooms, like I mentioned, the food trucks, the course, right? We had to map out the course earlier for phase 1. It's been an incredible event, and it's going to have an incredible conclusion.
Yeah, it's just getting better and better the next round. I am so excited to see what this final round is going to look like. We have one more phase in between, but I think it's going to be crazy. I think it is going to be crazy.
There was definitely some questionable calls in phase 2. I agree. Phase 2 was kind of the wild, wild west.
It was especially Heat 2 of phase 2 was intense.
Heat
People were getting
2,
picked up, tackled,
bleeding,
holding flags.
Yeah, if there was a highlight reel so far, it would be Heat 2 of phase 2. That was insane. People saw saw Heat 1 of phase 2 and were like, all right, let me just let this rip.
Yeah.
And it was pure madness. I forget her name that came over after that, but she was like,
that was Melody, I believe.
she looks at us like,
Melody.
that was nuts.
Yeah,
like,
you could see
it on her face.
On her face,
it was immediately under attack.
It was intense. She was like, yo, those dudes were crazy. I am just realizing that there's actually a step in there. Like, if you're looking at the second ramp, there's a gap in there where you can grab onto or put your foot in. I just saw
I know. I've
somebody
seen
do
that.
it.
I didn't know if it was like for grab or for grip or what.
I haven't noticed it until right now.
Hey,
What's
how
up?
we doing?
How you
What's
doing,
your name?
man?
What's up? We're hopefully still in it.
Yeah.
I got 49.56.
Oh, you're
that
probably
sounds great.
in it with
That sounds good.
I know, but they're saying low 40, so I'm a little.
Oh.
So you'll be right on the line, you think?
More people got added to it, so it could be
Yes.
better. It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing.
Right.
Not
True.
quite sure.
True.
What's your name? Do you have anyone watching at home?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've kind of kept it low key about the Twitch just because I'm kind of like locked in, no distractions. But whoever's at home, love you guys. Central Jersey.
What's your name?
My name's Mike. My hunter name's Sauce Lord.
Okay,
AKA
what up,
Scardy.
Sauce Lord?
Sauce Lord.
Scardy Fit on Instagram. Just started making content, and this is like something that's pushing me in my training.
Yeah.
Epic.
Something to take it to the next level.
How was your phase 2 experience?
It was. God, can I curse here?
We haven't been.
Okay.
We
Well, it's
haven't been.
freaking crazy. It was.
Which heat were you
insane. I was in the first phase, and
Okay.
I honestly
Oh.
completed it in like the first minute.
Oh,
so
okay.
we grouped up about like 20 people, and we actually called it Team Sauce because we knew we were going to split up.
Yeah.
So we had no idea what to expect, but basically what we said is, hey, let's group up.
Yeah.
We'll have people in the front kind of getting flags, one person kind of defending.
Okay.
So the first phase, it ended up only being 3 of us out of like the group.
Oh, wow.
So what we did, we're like, all right, I was like planning this all out. I was like masterminding this stuff.
Okay.
I was like, 2 people go in the front, 1 person backpedal, okay? And we started spreading out. We could stand wherever we want. So I was like, all right, let's go towards somebody who's weak or 1 or 2 people who we know we can get.
Yeah.
So what we did, once it started, we were right next to them. 1 person went right, 1 person left. They had to turn to 1 person because the flag's behind the back.
Right.
So luckily he turned towards the other guy, so I just grabbed it, right? So, and then people were coming after me, so I'm backpedaling. We all split up. I'm like, holy shit. Excuse me. So,
You're good.
I mean, you're
so
fine.
anyway, So I was with actually the dude who, the influencer, the French dude.
Oh,
who
yeah.
did the
Oh,
whole
Chunky,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was with him. It was one other guy. And so I saw someone running at him, and I'm like, yo, dude. And he turned around, but it was too late. He snatched it. So I had the one flag, so I could have just finished. But I started running at the guy who captured his flag to get it back. It's like,
Wow.
you get your flag taken, it's over.
That's dedication.
You know, yeah, no.
Yeah.
But then I realized, like, it was so hectic. Like, it was literally chaos. I was like, yo, I'm going to get my stuff taken. If I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
So, and he just darted. So I turned around. I was like, yo, let me just complete. And I thought my flag got taken because it was chaotic. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, no. But it was there. So I just ran to the checkpoint, and I finished in probably about a minute, less than a minute, maybe 30 seconds.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
it felt so long.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And
I could imagine.
Dude, the stress level
Just
is
chaotic.
crazy. I was there for less than a minute,
Yeah.
and it felt like a long time. The people who were out there the whole duration, I'm just like, yo, this
Can't
is
believe it.
this is like
That's
this is
really
really
cool.
breaking your soul
Yeah.
down.
We were thinking that, like, when it was going on for a while, like, first off, each phase, like, or sorry, each, like, round or heat or whatever we've been calling it, it would, like, start off with a bang, especially phases or heats, like, 2, 3, 4, like, after everyone kind of got a feel for the first one and kind of knew what to see. And then it would just be, like, all scattered.
Yeah.
People, like, not knowing what to do.
Split
People
up
just
quick.
kind of trying to be on the defensive. One person we did know, it was from your game, the first one, lost their flag and ended up collecting 4 others' flags and somehow got out. That's the only one we've heard about
Wow,
that's able to
yeah.
do
I was
that.
like, once
2
you
people
lose
have done it at
that's
this point.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
actually
Noah
incredible.
and
Yeah, we've only heard of 2 people that did that.
Alon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, once you lose your flag, like, protect it at all costs. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, we try to plan as much as possible, but once it hit, it's like you never know. Especially the first wave.
Yeah.
You never know what to expect. It was
Yep.
so chaotic, and I was basically like, since you only had to get one, as soon as you get yours, and I was kind of helping people out. Like, as I went back to line, the people who I was kind of grouped up with, I was like, listen, go in packs of 2s or 3s. One person left, one person right. Surround the weakest person that's available that you see. Just
Oh,
stand
you
by
were in the
them.
group that jumped the kids.
No.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
No, I heard somebody got had a head-on collision. Actually, one dude in my group, he someone stole his flag. He was running after it because that's the smartest thing to do.
Right, you have to
gotta
get your flag.
You got to get your flag back. And the dude was holding it. So like the guy, he was cheating. He's like, yo, he's
wrestling
holding
match.
it. So he actually gave him back the flag plus his.
Oh,
And
wow.
he just finished. So
All right.
I know this is the first time they're doing it, so it's like
Yeah.
it was super chaotic and
Yeah.
it's the hunter's exam, so people can get away with stuff like that's
Exactly.
part of the whole thing.
Each phase, there's been some kind of, cheating or just some kind of, like, advantage aspect happening.
Controversy.
Yeah, controversy.
Yeah.
There's always been like so far. I mean, we're 3 of 5 in already. Like, there's been some element that's needed to be tweaked based on people trying to get an advantage.
Yep.
And the first round, I never run. I just started lifting weights like 4 years ago. I just started running like a month ago to this.
Yeah.
So the people who knew they were gonna lose, like they got their little thing and they did one lap. They knew they were gonna lose. Probably peanut butter all over my face.
Very good.
I'm just like,
You're
no.
cool.
You don't. Yeah.
All right, word. Yo, if you know you're gonna lose, you might as well cut if you have the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I respect the hell out
I
of
guess
it.
that is kind of true.
Yeah, I was
in a way.
like, any way to win, I respect it. I got 49.56. I'm just praying that
We'll
it's
see.
enough.
We'll see.
Honestly, I've manifested getting this hunter's license, and I'm just hoping it's this time because it's only going to get more difficult.
Good luck.
If
You
you
know,
if
thank
you
you.
advance to phase 4, what are you expecting?
Apparently, it's going to be like a werewolf game, like Among Us or something. I was expecting rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, okay.
You know,
That would have been quicker.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that would have been quicker. Could
Honestly,
be that.
If I can get to the last round, there's some beasts out here, but if I can get to the last round and choose a one-on-one combat like physical, I think that's where I'll thrive.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
There you go.
That's where
There you go.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
With a doofus out here. I'm so in the zone.
No, you're good.
It's all good, man. You got bigger things to focus on.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm
we just
just
want the people to
locked
be able to
out.
hear
Bigger
you.
things to focus
Yeah,
on.
no, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see where this goes. This is just like such a successful first day, and I'm looking to be that first pro hunter, get that
Yeah.
card. So,
Absolutely.
Hey.
49.56. Pray for me, guys.
We're
Yeah.
cheering
It
for
is.
you,
We'll be keeping
man.
an eye on
W's
it.
in the chat.
Manifested
W's in the
this,
chat.
W's, let's go,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Appreciate
Yeah,
you,
hey,
man.
Awesome.
Thank
If you make it
Good
through the
luck.
next
Good
round,
luck.
we'll
Let's do
talk
it.
to
Let's
you
do
again.
it.
Keep an
Let's
eye
get
out.
it.
Yeah.
See me with that pro hunter.
Yeah. Hey, good luck.
Man, it's been, I mean, the interviews have been such a joy, I feel
Yeah.
like. Like, they really have been genuine people all day.
I don't think I've met a person where I was like, man, this person sucks. Like,
I
they've
mean-
all been cool, you know? They've all been
This
cool.
person sucks. You imagine if there was?
I mean, look,
And
if
would-
you're
and would we
watching
say
the
that out
Hunter
loud?
exams-
Yeah,
no, I wouldn't.
They walk away, we're like, damn.
Wow, that was terrible.
But when you watch the Hunter exams, there are bad people who
Oh,
take
certainly,
the Hunter exams.
certainly.
You know? There are
Yeah,
people
yeah,
who take it because they're villains. They're doing
Yeah,
it to be bad. They're trying to sabotage other people. I feel like everybody here has been a good, genuine person. We'll see how that changes.
I'm
as the
just
years
worried
go
that I
on.
feel like everyone we keep talking to just goes and immediately gets knocked out the next phase. So I
Yeah,
don't know if that's
we have kind of been a curse.
Yeah, a little
We've
been.
been
A little bit. I'm
But
trying
also,
to think who's
but also, like they're
continued on.
eliminating like 2/3 of the people every time. So can
Yeah.
we really chalk that up to us? You know, I don't know. We're just playing a numbers game.
Percentage-wise,
Yeah.
it's hard for us to pick who's going to make it.
Right.
Has anybody we talked to made it through 2 rounds? Like after
Who's
Who's
talking
the guy?
to us,
The guy in
they
the
made it
suit?
the next one?
Him.
That was
Yes.
after second round that we saw him.
I believe
was after second
Leorio is
round.
still in. I believe he's still in.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
don't
so
know
maybe
now.
him.
And that was, by the way, that was a great note that they're looking for around low 40s.
Yeah, that was
so-
a great
so-
note.
Yeah, so note that around low 40s for through the obstacle course is what you're going to expect when it comes to making the cut. We
Yeah.
also don't know the exact percentage they'll be keeping. If I had a guess, it would be towards the 25%
Yeah.
instead of like the 40% they've been talking about, because I imagine they're going to want to dwindle this thing down.
Yeah,
for
you
phase
would
Yeah.
think so. You would
I,
think
I
so.
think absolutely. I feel like that's the energy it's giving. Especially, I think we got those facts and figures from Dan before the cheating scandal.
Yes.
So I think after that, they're going to want to dwindle things down and really just make it the best of the best. And quite frankly, what's interesting, it's going to be, I think, pretty even between obstacle course and escape room. I kind of feel like the people that went through the escape room may have almost a mental advantage heading into phase 4 because they're already in that kind of mindset, right?
Totally.
Like everyone else, the others that did the obstacle course, and even if they passed, they've only been focusing on the physical today.
And everybody at the obstacle course, they don't even know if they got through. You know if you did well.
Yeah,
you
that's
know if
true.
you had like a 40 or 42 or whatever
Yeah.
your time was, but you don't
You
know
don't
until
know.
you know. The
Yeah.
only people that know that they're through are the ones that pass in the escape rooms, which is like what, there were 2 or 3 of them. So,
Yeah, about
yeah.
2 or 3
Yeah, yeah.
made it through the escape room.
yeah, so
Another-
that's like 12 or 18 people that know. Everyone else is still kind of in the dark.
they're just wondering. They
Yeah.
have to figure it out themselves.
Yeah.
One thing that I think is really awesome, and I think that kind of shows why this is so cool, is the examiners have been changing things and making edits as we're going.
Mhm.
you know?
Absolutely.
And that's just like the Hunter exams themselves. You kind of have to change it as it goes. Originally, the plan was for a certain amount of people to make it through one round. They look at it and they're like, actually, I think we have to change this. We're going to cut this down, let less people through. Even when you look at round 2, or phase 2, it was supposed to be 15-minute
Yeah.
rounds
And it was 6 at the end.
with
Yeah.
6 points, and they were like, you know what? We have to cut this down. It makes it more intense.
Yep.
If they would have stuck to the original plan and were steadfast on not making those adaptations and changing things, it would have drastically changed the way this is. And I think they've been changing things to make it more smooth, more entertaining, and just overall a better experience
Yeah.
for everybody.
I think fairness is key.
Fairness as well, yeah.
They want this to be. It's not a scam. This is a
not a
real
scam.
event, but it's also a fair fight. It's a fair competition.
Yeah.
It's not some rigged junk that's just kind of like silly, and people would walk away from this event being like, it was fun, but it was kind of rigged. They don't
Yeah.
want that, right? They want this to be the best of the best and those who deserve it. And there is like an admirable way of going about these phases so far that not everyone has done, quite frankly.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about Leorio in the chat. It is incredible that he has been doing this on a
I'd love to
fast.
get a
Yeah. On a fast in a
Catch up.
suit.
Yeah,
fast suit
in
briefcase.
a suit with the briefcase on a fast.
I haven't, chat, let us know if you've
Yeah.
seen him on the live
Yeah.
stream go through the obstacle course. We haven't been able to
Yeah.
keep up with everything. I think he might have done the escape
Talk,
room.
yeah, talk about like the easiest guy to root for.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
super- and I just hope after the sun sets and he's allowed to, he needs to make sure he's good. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
to have no water, no food, and put your body through this much stress.
Yeah.
You have to be taking care of yourself after this.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
has been an intense phase, by the way. We're almost at 4:30. The wind is
The
whipping
wind is
here.
picking up,
The
and
wind is
also
getting
a
wild.
factor. I mean, we hope it doesn't come into play, but we're thinking about daylight here, guys.
Yeah, daylight
know?
as well.
What time does it get dark? 7?
I
6:30,
don't know.
7? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea,
Just
but we'll
thinking
see.
about that, but
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it.
All right.
Someone's got a flight to catch too tonight.
yeah.
This guy.
Oh,
what
man.
time's your flight?
10.
Oh, you're
you'll be
safe.
fine.
Yeah,
You'll be
you're
all right.
chill.
That's why I made it 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you'll
good.
be
Little
all right.
wiggle room.
A lot of
Airport's like
wiggle room.
45 minutes away. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
Easy.
good to go.
Flight tonight, huh? Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Business trip.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm heading out early in the morning tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to wake up again at probably like 4 or 5 a.m. My
Dude,
flight
by the
leaves
way,
at like 7.
Yeah.
Certain times of year, Atlanta would be a great location for something like this.
Oh yeah, Atlanta's awesome.
There's
yeah.
a ton of people there, a ton of like media space where I think a lot of people from there would like to participate in this.
Most definitely.
Generally, though, let us know in the chat if you weren't here earlier. Where would you like to see the next Hunter exam? Like, where would you think there would be the biggest hub? Or, even maybe a better question, like, where do you think would get the most participants? This is basically the quote-unquote Washington, D.C. version.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of cities they could go to for next time or future events, and we want to make it bigger and badder than ever.
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Tokyo, York
my
New
gosh.
City. That's what you guys are on. York New, the Dark Continent. Those are our options. A lot of people saying Chicago. It's my hometown. If it's in Chicago, I'll be there. I will maybe be competing. We'll see.
Ooh.
DC,
If
Phoenix,
it's in your
Texas,
hometown.
Florida for sure.
You got to put on for the city.
Got to put on for the city.
Yeah,
that would be
That'll-
dope.
Everyone's going to be expecting it if
You
it's
could
in
do a
Chicago.
whole like player coach thing, like part commentator, part
That
participant.
would be epic.
You're mic'd up the whole way.
Mic up.
In between every phase.
Try
Come on,
to
yeah,
talk
mic'd
the
up would be
entire
good.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
So this
Malcolm's
phase-
turning
Yeah, I would be
lap
dying.
2, just checking in on how he's doing. He's like heaving.
Yeah, yeah.
It would
Oh,
mean
no.
I have no option but to do well, though.
Oh, no,
Right.
You'll be deep into your cardio training by then.
Oh
You'll be
yeah, I
good to
have
go.
no other options.
Yeah.
By the way, unbelievably, you guys have been able to keep up on the stream. Still going with the obstacle course.
Yeah, this is unreal.
There's a never-ending cycle. Was Dan wrong?
Oh, we
Is the
talked to
question.
this guy. We talked to this guy, didn't we?
Oh, that's going right now?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
Yes,
did
we
earlier.
have. That is. Yes, we have definitely talked to him.
Did well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to my guy with the wings. He said he wanted to float through it, and he indeed floated through it.
Man, that was so long ago we talked to him until now.
Yeah. Yeah. People are moving, man. People are moving.
Indiana is the crossroads of America. Go Colts.
Is Indiana the crossroads of America?
That's what the chat
That's a thing.
says.
It's not
Boston,
in the middle of
Florida,
America.
D.C., Australia.
Australia would be epic.
I'd love it in Atlanta. Shout out Miami. Oh my goodness.
That would be hot.
It would be very. It
would be
on
very
the
hot.
beach.
True. Do it all on the beach.
Doing it on the beach would be kind of crazy, you know?
Yeah.
It would be cool.
Lot
if
of
I
extra
mean, we're
work.
doing it all in one day. It would be kind of dope if it was over like a weekend.
And then you can
That would
imagine
be
phase
cool.
2 on a beach.
Yeah,
That would be
then you could
intense.
mix up the terrain.
Yeah.
It would be insane.
Just get into the ocean. Protect your flag.
Yeah.
Vegas,
In the
Philly.
ocean would be crazy. We have beaches in Chicago, Lake Michigan.
Hey,
It's true.
no Dumbo. Go Colts, baby. We do suck, but let's go. 2025 is
do
going to be
suck.
our year. I hope so, at least. We got Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones. Hopefully he can do
8
something
people
for
left,
us.
we were just told.
8 people
8
left.
people
going.
left. We were almost there.
Wow, what a journey Phase 3
Oh my
has been.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, the great news, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have been here from the start, which I know some of you have. Some of you said
lot
you've
of you
been here
guys have
since
been here
Phase
since the
1.
start.
Shout out to you guys. You are real ones, genuinely. The next phases, so Phase 4 will be an entire group, essentially. It's going to be a giant group phase. It'll be one game, I'm pretty sure, and
believe
that'll
so.
be it. So it'll be kind of clean in that sense. Also, Phase 5 will be one-on-ones, and that's going to be insanely intense. It's going
One-on-ones
to be really
is gonna be
exciting. That it's the best of the best. It's going to be those that are destined to be there in many ways, and that's going to be genuinely, I think, besides the Phase 1, the rope dropping up in front of people and getting the cutoff, Phase 5 is going to be the most heartbreaking moments of today's stream because
I believe so.
it really is going to be seeing people that got so far. They're going to feel like they are destined to win and just barely not make it, and that
Man.
is going to be very important for the seeding. We'll get into how that's going to work later. And there will be seeding, by the way. There is going to be seeding, ranks, all these things. If there's an odd number, there's going to be a really fun wrinkle. And yeah, so just stay tuned for that. That is going to be Phase 5 here in a couple of hours. Hopefully, moving pretty quickly here, heading into the end of Phase 3.
Chat wants an update on Fasting Leorio. We are doing our best to find him.
I see him
Get
over there
here.
playing. He was near the football throwing over there, but yeah, we'll definitely get an update with you.
Yeah, we'll get an update. We've been working on getting these interviews. Our production team has been doing a fantastic job of finding us the interviews we need, and it's going well. Somebody's asking for an interview of the dog.
Oh, what dog? There's so many
There's
dogs
been
here.
so many dogs out here. And that just kind of shows this is a fun for the whole family type event, you know?
I don't think we're going to talk to the dog, though.
Oh, no, we're definitely not.
I wouldn't mind the dog being on my lap or something.
Yeah, it could hang out with us, but
Yeah. There was one dog I wouldn't want on my lap.
I know
I'm not
exactly
gonna
what
lie.
dog
I
you're
know
talking
what
about.
dog you're
That
referring
dog
to.
was a little scary.
There was
Yeah.
a scary dog here, and I love dogs. I have 2 dogs. They're my best
What kind of
friends.
dogs you got?
Yeah.
So I have a mini poodle, and then
Okay.
I have his daughter. So it's a mini Shih
Whoa.
Tzu poodle. Yeah, it's a
Whoa.
little family.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
Family within a family.
Cosmo and Luna. Shout out to the pups.
Shout
at
out
home.
Cosmo and Luna.
Missing,
Shout-
Right
missing
on.
their dad right
Shout
now.
out to my
Yeah.
dogs, E-Man and C2, my 2 co-hosts, my homies. Shout out to my dogs, man.
I love that. Okay, here we go. Great question. Is Phase 2 best 2 out of 3 with Tug of War, image matching, and dodgeball? I believe it is not best 2 out of 3. So it's going to be just. I mean, wait.
We're not sure.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, we're not sure.
The way you asked that question is interesting. So, if I'm getting this correctly, so just to explain, it will be, and I am stepping on my Phase 5 instructions later, but it is going to be one event of Tug of War, one match of image matching, and one match of one-on-one dodgeball. It's not going to be 3 of those. So, but yeah, if you win 2 out of those 3, then good. I imagine in that round, say you win Tug of War and then you win image matching, you don't even have to play dodgeball.
I got you.
My man. Yeah, our interview earlier dropped his phone, so Malcolm's on it.
Oh, really? Great call, great call.
And I didn't even notice it till 2 minutes ago. I looked down to my left and I'm like, there's an iPhone on the ground. I bet I know who that is. Yeah.
That's awesome. Glad we were able to figure that out. This really has been a fantastic team event in every sense of the word. Even though it is an individual competition, there's been so much teamwork happening today. Now we just need the win team to dial it down a bit as we
it's
head
only
into-
picking up.
It
Luckily,
really-
it's behind us, right?
Yeah, I know.
It'd be worse if it was just hitting us in the face.
Yes, apologize, or sorry to everyone out there that.
Oh, can they hear it? Can they feel it?
Yeah, just if you're hearing any of that wind. Also, sorry if the camera's lagging for everyone. Hopefully, we're coming in loud and clear on the mics. We are in the final. I think we only have a couple more.
Yeah, we had 8 people left like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Should be really close.
Oh my gosh, so close. Once again, the goal mark is around 40 seconds. You're going to need to be at about 40 seconds to get through. We will do the best we
not
can
easy.
to communicate who made it through at the end. Hopefully, it'll be pretty obvious. We will also get by the way, it'll be a lot easier now to see exactly how many people are left. It's going to dwindle down significantly heading into Phase 4 Deception. And obviously, once we get there, we'll get into the full breakdown of what that means, what it is, and hopefully a shorter break in between Phases 3 and 4. It is funny, by the way.
What up, Murphy?
Pop-up escape rooms.
Yes.
Never seen that.
Never seen that before.
Pop up, they were here, and now they're gone.
Yeah, and they're gone.
Really cool. I
That
mean,
was
they are
awesome.
just gone. They like the last person I guess went through there, and they're like, "We're out of here." Like they have already fully packed up. They're almost out of here. It's just the tent of remaining. And when we did momentarily have the coverage on the broadcast, really detailed and cool in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was epic.
That's like the biggest disappointment of it is I was loving the back and forth we had. It's really too bad.
Yeah, but we got to keep it honest.
Yeah, yeah.
And I believe there's a chance that some of the escape rooms may be in the VOD that's uploaded later to where
Yeah.
it's up, wherever it's uploaded.
We at least had some footage, right?
Yeah, there's
So-
some footage there that will be uploaded to it, which will be cool. So, you guys will get a little bit of something.
Yes, people are talking about how many people ended up participating. Kind of unclear. Like some people were saying it might have been closer to like 700.
I believe it was
it might have-
1,100.
Yeah, they said like Dana initially said like 1,000 to 1,100. So I'm not sure where everyone's getting 700 from. It's kind of
Yeah, it's more.
it definitely seemed like more at the beginning.
was a
I think
lot of
just
people.
what it was, it just dwindled down very quickly.
Yeah.
Like especially on the broadcast side of things, it felt like we got to talk to the top 2 guys, some of the top athletes when it came to the Phase 1 Endurance Challenge. And then from there, it kind of dwindled. Oh, there's one of our potential interviewees over there that we haven't spoken to yet that had a package earlier. I wonder how he did.
Yeah, we have some interviewees. A lot of the interviewees that you guys have been asking for, we've called them over. They're going to be over here pretty soon.
Someone
So-
says he heard 400-ish no-showed. Maybe. It's really hard to
Well,
tell.
I can say that, as far as like the registration list that we had a chance to look at, like, I don't know like where that list fully comes from. I'm on that list. and I certainly didn't sign up to be a participant. So,
Right.
we're not quite sure what the actual numbers were, but yeah, at the end of the day, a lot of people was a lot of people. No matter
Yeah.
what. Yeah.
All right. We have another interview for
Pop
you
in.
guys. Come on over, man.
By the way, only 3
Here,
people
yeah, have a
left right
seat.
now on the obstacle course. Keep an eye out for that. We are in the final moments of the obstacle course heading into phase 4.
What's going on? Thanks for hopping on
What's
with
up?
us.
What's your
name?
name?
Oh, thank you. Akshot.
Akshad, what's
Yes.
up? The chat loves you. They've been asking for you for a while.
Why?
Why is that? I don't know why.
You
They've
tell
been
us.
asking for you.
No, I mean, no, it's been fun. It's tough. For me, I think the most daunting one was definitely the capture the flag. You know.
Oh, yeah.
A
We
lot of
keep
people
hearing
been saying that.
It was tough. It was
Seemed
tough.
a little scary.
It definitely was. You never know who's behind you. You never know who's
Yeah.
trying to capture
Watch
your
your back.
flag. Yeah.
What was your strategy for that?
It was definitely to stay by the sideline, right? So that already eliminates everyone behind me.
Right.
So I was focused on the people that in front of me, and I think it worked well. I mean, I'm still here, so
Right.
yeah.
Which heat were you in for Capture the Flag?
The second one.
Now the most intense one.
Yes.
Yeah, sure
So-
seemed like it, at least from where we were
I
sitting.
mean, yeah,
so,
no,
yeah.
I would agree. We saw. I'm with 2 other people who we met for fun, and we decided to do the second one after seeing the first one. I originally said we should do the last one. They're like, no. So I was like, okay, but yeah, it's been good.
Fair enough. How was phase 3?
Phase 3. Oh, it
Leorio's
was
running right
it
now.
was good. It
About to
was
go.
that was
Round that
the
out to
escape
last
room.
one.
My team crushed it. I'm not gonna lie, right?
Epic.
So there was a lot of like controversy, I guess. a
Oh,
lot.
you were in that first escape room.
Yes, we were.
Oh.
So
Oh, you were the first one.
we were the first
Yeah.
group that went.
You
Oh,
guys
yeah, y'all
destroyed
crushed
this.
it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's-
Oh, wow, you've been waiting
you were
around.
you were out of there for like 3 minutes.
So we completed it in 5 minutes and
Okay,
9
5
seconds.
minutes, okay.
Let's
and-
lock in, by the way, to Leorio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Finally,
Leorio
this
is
is
one of our
we're
guys
gonna
today.
watch. Yeah,
You
in
guys
through the
love
suit.
Leorio.
So fasting for
He's been
Ramadan
fasting
and wearing
the
a
whole
full
Wow.
suit.
day.
Finally, it's his
He's
turn
been
to fight
he's
through.
been crushing it.
He's
Yeah.
been crushing it. I hope he
Yeah.
makes it through.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a small slip, but hopefully that does
little
not
bit behind,
slow
little
him
bit
up.
behind.
Come on, chat. Let's get some W's for
Yeah, let's go,
Leorio. We
let's
know
go.
you guys love him.
We're all pulling for him.
We know you guys love
This
Leorio.
is not looking great for sub 40. We should have started a timer. I'm
I
not
hope
feeling
he can
awesome
make it
about
through.
it. It's hard, man.
It definitely
Doing
is
this
hard.
in a
Stuck on that
suit.
net. In a suit.
In a suit, no flexibility.
Yep.
His competitor is up the wall, and he's gonna make it up. Here goes Leorio.
Come on, there you go.
Nice.
Made it.
Good work, Leorio.
Congratulations.
Good work. We
about
hope
that?
he made it. We
He's
hope
been
he
crushing
made
it.
Yeah.
I think that's about it too. I don't know.
I
if
think
there's
that might be a
really-
wrap.
That may be the last one.
Yeah. Could be.
Yeah, that was insane. But
So
yeah.
Yeah.
so phase 4 coming up.
Yes.
Deception. What are you expecting?
Honestly, we have no info going into this. I don't know what to think. Me and my friends were talking about, maybe it's a rock, paper, scissors. We saw a little bit of that in the show. But, to me, that doesn't make much sense. So I'm thinking maybe like a split or steal game.
Okay,
where,
okay.
Yeah, who knows what happens. But honestly, I don't know what to expect, right?
Yeah.
All we know is deception. So
Right.
Yeah.
And where are you from?
originally New Jersey. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
We've had some
So-
New Jersey in the chat today.
We have.
Yeah.
Did you travel or you live here now?
No. So I still live in New Jersey. I'm staying
Oh,
with
okay.
a friend. My friend's with me. His name's Tim. Shout out Tim.
Shout out Tim.
Is that Tim Martin?
No.
okay.
We're
not
on the
that
hunt
guy.
for a
We're
Tim
on
Martin.
the
Yeah.
hunt for him.
Yeah.
Is he competing?
We've been hearing stories about Tim Martin.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
gave up a flag to someone earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
Interesting.
gave up his life.
He
to
fell
help
on his
somebody
sword
else.
for someone.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I'm staying with a friend and came here, drove out. It was an hour drive. It was good. Yeah.
You're a Hunter fan?
I am. I will be completely transparent. I am still watching the show.
Yeah. Where are you at right now?
Season 4. I just started season 4, so just started the Greed Island arc.
Okay.
Okay. I'm like 3 episodes in,
You
but
haven't seen the best arc yet.
I've heard that season 5.
The Chimera Ant arc is
Yes,
the greatest arc in all of anime.
that is what I've heard.
Yeah.
So I'm looking
So,
forward
be
to
prepared.
it. I'm excited. I love the show so far. It's definitely my top 3.
Who's your favorite hunter as of right now? The
Has
chat
to-
would like to know.
Has to be Killua,
My God.
right? Oh my God. It's
So much.
so much aura,
lot of
so
that.
much,
So much aura, man.
confidence. He's 12 years old, but I feel like he's the most to be reckoned with.
He's cutthroat, man.
Yes.
He's cutthroat.
For the record,
Literally.
people are still going on the obstacle course, by the way.
Yes.
Oh,
Are they?
okay, so still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This is epic. This is epic.
Yeah.
No, it's been great so far. A lot more people than I thought would show up, but
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
makes for a better event. So.
Definitely.
No,
it's been
definitely.
fantastic.
Well, thanks for hopping on with
Oh,
us.
of
Yeah,
course,
we'll let
my
you get
pleasure.
some rest,
Oh,
rest
thank
your
you.
mind, and get ready
Yeah,
for
rest your mind.
I'll
For
try.
phase
Yeah.
4.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, good luck.
Best of luck. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. I think we have maybe 1 or 2 more to go. I would
Yeah.
imagine at this point. I can't imagine there's very many more.
Allegedly.
Starting to get a little windy over here, but
Yeah, the
we're holding it
breeze
down. We're
is
holding it down.
Breezing.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is for sure.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
breezy, man. It's breezy. We got a lot of Kilo love in the chat, man.
Don't think the
Love you
wind will
guys.
affect phase 4 or 5, though.
I do not
No,
believe it will.
I don't think the weather at all is going to affect
No,
the games.
no,
Yeah.
it shouldn't.
Just us.
Yeah,
It'll
just us.
affect
Just us sitting here.
Yeah. Papers blowing around.
And
a
you
little
at
bit,
home, if you're
tables
hearing-
blowing, but we're good.
There's a chance that you're hearing predominantly wind.
All right, and we have another interviewer that you guys have been asking for, and we're gonna try to get Lirio back as well. What's up? No, yeah, you can keep it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Have
Welcome
fun.
in.
Go ahead. What's up, man? Let the chat know your name.
Hey, I'm Xander Brulette.
What's up? The chat has been asking for you. They love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
Going well, going well.
How you feeling?
Stoked. I honestly, I feel very fresh still, very
Wow,
full of
okay.
energy.
8 more miles? You good?
I did in my preparation. hit 16 miles in 2 hours. Was my best.
My.
So you
So
could go 8 more.
I
You
was
could do
I
8
was
more.
prepared for the worst.
That's smart.
I went into it with the idea that I want to be able to run as fast as possible for the minimum distance, but also be able to run for the maximum time. So no matter what, I
Right.
know I'll hit the cutoff.
Yep.
And then if I'm way ahead of pace, like today I was up at the first group, I was like top 20 at the finish line. I dropped my pace by half a minute because like I could conserve energy.
Right.
Right.
And I didn't have to
Smart.
worry about getting past because I had a feeling around 200 at least would pass. So I can tell if 100 people have passed me, and then,
Right.
and then I'll speed up. But
Right.
because
Because you knew you had it. You still had that energy left
yeah,
in the tank.
exactly. But I'm super stoked to have made it this far. My time for the obstacle course was like a 35 something, so
Oh,
it's
you're-
it's
that's
up there.
fast. You
It's
should
up
be
there.
good.
I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, we're hearing it's right around 40 is what you kind of want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's what they, yeah.
I've been recording most of my things. I recorded the run in a time lapse. I recorded the assassin time lapse.
Epic.
Gotcha.
Cool.
I didn't record that. Obviously, I didn't want this to get in the way, but I had a friend record me.
Awesome.
Are you uploading it somewhere?
Eventually on my Instagram, yeah.
Okay, cool. Shout
Um,
yourself out.
Yeah, Xander_TB. It's a blank Instagram page right now. I used to do a lot of alpine ski racing, so I had a ski channel.
Oh, wow.
I was in Italy for a little bit, New Hampshire. But it's a lot of my posts have been archived, so I'm trying to not reinvent myself, but
Yeah, build it
put
back
myself
up.
back out again.
Yeah.
Soon to be a pro hunter on there.
Yeah, I could go a couple of different ways. I actually worked professionally as a chef.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
maybe be a food hunter too.
Yeah, gourmet
Yeah.
hunter.
Yeah.
Gourmet hunter, there we go.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna post this hopefully soon, compile everything. Really looking forward to next phase.
Yeah, what are you
It's-
expecting?
So I've been hearing a lot of different rumors, and it keeps changing. Initially they were like, hey,
Good.
it's just a group game of deception. Yeah, game of deception. They're deceiving us. You had 3 chances to pass, but that was all we knew. And then now I've heard like, I kind of went into it thinking it was gonna be something like a mafia game, or rock paper scissors.
Okay.
And then
okay.
recently I heard it might be like mafia game. Then I heard maybe it's going to be another kind of choose your own adventure like we had with the escape room.
Right.
But conflicting things, you don't know it. That's
Yeah.
part of the thrill of everything.
That's the fun, man.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
the fun. You're a Hunter fan yourself?
Yeah, I'm a big anime fan in general.
What's your favorite anime and who's your favorite hunter?
I really liked Dr. Stone.
My God. My guy. Dr. Stone is
Man, I have a
incredible.
big list. I can't just
Super
think of them off
underrated.
ReZero or Erased. I haven't Erased.
Erased
ReZero is great, but
Erased
Erased
is
is just-
fantastic.
I'm-
You got
I'm
good
s-
taste.
yeah, those definitely some of my favorite anime.
You watching Shangri-La Frontier right now?
It's on my list. I haven't.
If you're not watching Shangri-La, you're missing out,
I'm
Chad.
in a position where I can't afford all the streaming services, so I've got to pick and choose right now.
I feel that.
But I'm gonna get back. Yeah, watch that. Haven't seen Solo Leveling. I didn't know I could watch it free on Crunchyroll, so I might have to catch up now.
Solo Leveling
Heard
is
that's
also
fire.
fire. And who's your favorite hunter?
Being young and energetic, I feel like I'm really. I can't think of the word. I'm similar to Gon in a way. where he's
Okay,
optimistic.
yeah. Gotta love Gone. Safe answer.
I know. But I'm rewatching it right now. I'm back up to the Chimera Ant arc.
The best arc in anime.
Halfway through that, King just got born, so.
Meruem, also the GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Epic, man. Epic.
Well, hey, good luck in phase 4.
Thank you.
And already the top 15-10%
Yeah.
people here.
Probably.
So
it was easy for me to get here too. I'm a local, Northern Virginia local.
Oh,
nice.
perfect.
Okay, perfect.
So it's only
Awesome.
a
Yeah, this is
45
perfect
minute
for you.
drive,
Yeah. Easy.
Hey.
All right, bro. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Hey,
thank
you.
thanks so
man.
much.
Thanks for the
Appreciate it.
We
interview.
appreciate
Thanks for
you.
meeting
Yeah,
me.
we'll see you in the next round.
Yeah. We'll talk to you later.
All right, ladies and
Awesome.
gentlemen. So, Phase 3 has completed. Labyrinth is over. We are now officially over halfway through. We are going to soon take a short break, and we will be back with Phase 4. Hopefully, we will have some updates. Actually,
Oh, we got an interview.
we might actually have an
We got an
additional
interview for you
before we
guys.
go to break.
You guys have been asking. We will deliver.
Here we go. Phase 3 is complete. We are now heading into Phase 4. How are we feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Pretty good. What was your
Yeah.
time?
I got a 43.89.
Okay.
Nice.
on it,
Sounds
so
pretty good. Sounds solid.
I think that's going to be in the bottom area of people who passed.
Yeah.
That's
So-
still solid, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very solid.
I wonder when we're going to figure out who gets through.
I think they're
Very
already
soon.
done with the run, so they should be averaging out the numbers now.
Yeah.
Hey, if that's
Yeah.
the case, survive in advance. Doesn't matter where you are.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that phase overall compared to the first two?
It was a lot of waiting, to be honest.
Yeah,
It was
sure.
a lot of it was just like waiting, watching, hanging out, and then actually running it was pretty quick.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, the
Right.
first phase was obviously we were in that for an hour.
Yeah.
It was an 8-mile run. Second phase, bit of nerves, but I felt pretty confident in there.
Which heat were you in for the second
I
phase?
went in the fourth heat.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched.
Yeah.
I watched everyone go. I had
Smart
a really
move.
good lay of the land. I was watching which refs were more strict and. like,
Oh, so you were really locked
Yeah,
in.
that's some deep recon.
Yeah, because
Nice.
dude, one of the refs was being a hard ass on people, and honestly, like, Trunky, the French YouTuber, I think he totally got robbed.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
So
He got kind of like ambushed, right?
not just did he get ambushed, so he got a guy's belt, and when he got it, the guy like did like a back roll, and the ref said you pushed him, and he totally didn't. It was no push. It was like such a bad call.
He needed
And then
the replay.
the ref calls him, and he's like, "Oh, what did I do?" As he's talking to the ref, people come and ambush
Grab
him,
his tick-
and it was
yeah.
just like,
Dang.
that was dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
is
sucks.
justice for Trunky.
Yeah,
man.
he's
Yeah.
got a lot of fans watching too, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not, they're not gonna like hearing that.
Trunky has
Yeah.
a lot of fans.
Yeah.
But,
So, what's your anticipation for Phase 4?
I have no idea. I've heard rumors that it would be a game of Werewolf. I've heard rumors that it would be some other game of Deception. I really don't know yet.
Yeah.
And
I guess that's the point.
Seems like you're prepared for anything, though.
Yeah, well, we're hoping
Yeah.
that this break between Phases 3 and 4 is the shortest of the day so far.
I hope so,
'cause
too.
we've had some
Yeah, it'll be
significant
pretty
breaks.
quick.
I mean, as far as events go, like, running your first event is always going to run into hiccups, and this has been pretty smooth, all things considered.
Yeah.
There could
Absolutely.
be, like,
Yeah.
major mess-ups. Can I curse?
Yeah. Well, we haven't.
We
I'll
haven't,
try not
but
to.
like,
I'll try.
you
There-
know,
there could be major
some small
mess-ups that
stuff,
happen,
yeah.
and it's like everything that's happened has been pretty okay.
Yeah.
My phone got lost on the run. That was pretty crazy.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You
that's
get it back?
yeah.
Yeah.
You're saying that.
Yeah, we got it back. Find My iPhone worked, so we had to put a hotspot on my laptop. And then Katie, one of the volunteers, drove us around in a golf cart while we were looking for it.
Our production
Well,
team
you
is
luckily had the time
incredible.
between the phases.
Yeah,
so-
Yeah.
thankfully.
Yeah.
So we did that in between phases 2 and 3.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Epic.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
How you
So-
feeling stamina-wise?
Fine.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, you-
pretty
you
well
seem
conditioned
very-
going into this.
Very prepared.
Yeah, when I flew in last night, the first place I went was Whole Foods, and I bought like 3 bottles of water, maple syrup, salt, 3 bags of beef jerky, bag of banana chips, bag
so
of
you're
almonds.
prepped.
Like I just had all the, snack trail food I
Right.
would
Yeah.
want throughout, like if I was doing a day-long hike in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And I just had that with me, and
Man.
that's keeping me
It's gotten you
solid.
this far.
And I did like 1 energy drink this morning,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm still good off all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Epic, man. Epic. And
on.
you're a Hunter fan, I would assume.
Oh, of course.
Let me get your top favorite hunters.
Netero. It's Netero than everyone else.
Oh,
but,
so you're Netero all the way up
Netero
here?
all the way.
Hey,
Yeah.
Netero's the GOAT, man. I can't hate on Netero.
His whole origin story just spoke to me so much.
Oh my gosh, with the
growing up.
training.
Yeah,
and the,
like it's a huge part of the reason I got into martial arts.
epic.
And so I have my black belt in Shaolin Kung Fu.
Oh wow, I did
Yeah.
not know that.
And yeah, Netero's training arc was just so cool to me. It was sweet. Killa was awesome too.
The GOAT.
I think he's a great character.
GOAT.
Gon too, because if I was a Nen user, I would absolutely be an enhancer.
You give me
So-
enhancer vibes. You definitely have enhancer
Thank you.
vibes for sure, man, for sure. What's your favorite anime all time?
Gurren Lagann.
Okay.
Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, without a doubt.
Hey, I love Gurren Lagann too. That's one of the ones,
It's
man.
so good.
That's one of the ones. Shout out my boy Simon. Believe in the me that believes in you.
Believe in the me that believes in you.
Best
on,
of
man.
luck, man.
Changes
Only
everything,
2 more
man.
phases.
Yeah.
You're so
2
close.
more
2
phases.
more.
I feel pretty good about them. I don't know if they're going to change things up for Deception too, because I mean, a
Well,
lot of
every
things
other
have
phase has been changed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it really is up in the air what's going to
Absolutely.
happen.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna stay locked in, stay focused.
Yeah,
All you
dial
can
it
do.
mentally for
Figure
sure.
out, just what gets me to phase 5. That's the big
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, because
not-
it's interesting, like, if you get there, because phase 4, it is a dip in physicality. There is no physicality. It's all
Exactly.
mentality. And then phase 5, it's the opposite, right? There will be some mentality, but overall, the physicality ramps right back up.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing is, and I think this wiped a lot of people out in the run too, because when I started the run, I was at the front and I kept the same pace the whole time. The amount of people that rushed past me at the start was ridiculous, and then the second lap, I was just jogging past all of them.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like,
Tortoise in the hair.
Yeah.
too many people are excited to win, and I think the way to win is just not lose.
Yeah.
Smart.
That especially, I feel
Smart.
like in phase 2. It was like, don't lose your flag. I had
Well,
so many people we've
phase
heard.
2 is the opposite, because 90% of the people who won phase 2 won in the first minute.
Right,
Yeah,
that's what it's
fair.
Everybody
attacked.
who won immediate. I watched. There was one guy the entire time who actually recovered 4 belts.
Yes.
Or 2 actually.
Yeah,
but
we- we've
two.
only
Two
heard of
guys,
2
two
people.
guys.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, out of what 150 people, I'm
Yeah.
not going to play defensive odds.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
If offense is winning, play offense. Find someone that is like, okay, that's a target. I'm
Yeah.
in better shape than him. Go for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the smartest
what
way
we've
to
been
go about
hearing.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was out of there probably in a minute, maybe minute 15 seconds.
Got some
Yeah.
sword guys in the chat, by the way. We're
Yeah?
the sword guy. Yeah.
Yeah, people love you, man.
Love my sword guys.
That's
Yeah.
been the most common story of the folks that advanced out of phase 2 was they did it in a minute or 2.
Had to go quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that was
Power
I mean,
through.
we could see it, especially like our aerial view from the drones. Shout out to the beautiful shots we've been getting. Like you could just see like the scattering, the like extreme energy on the field, and then just kind of like spread out, spaced out,
Yeah.
kind of lost
And
out there.
then once that initial phase is over, I mean, it's 4 minutes of 70 people warring over maybe 15 belts.
Right.
Yeah.
Like there's not even enough belts for like
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 people
to
to
get
pass.
enough, exactly.
Yeah.
So it just
You got to get in and out on that second phase,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you did it. You did
Did
it.
it.
thank you.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by to
Congrats.
talk
Of
to
course.
us. Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully,
and good luck in
My
phase
time
4.
works for phase 3.
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
I'll be on to phase 4.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to talk to you again
Hopefully see
before
you at the
phase
end.
5.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Take
Thanks
it
for stopping
easy.
by.
Good luck, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here before we ramp up for phase 4. Hopefully it won't be gone too long. I know obviously they're trying to figure out the exacts when it comes to, you know, how this phase is going to line up and who moved on. We don't know that quite yet.
We'll know soon. It'll be updated on the website for you guys.
Yeah.
shortly.
Hopefully the full update will happen. And then, of course, when we get back, we'll break down exactly how many are left. And then we'll dive into phase 4, which is deception. But until then, we will be right back.